Let's see if I can get this rolling. Let's see if I can get. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, there we are. There you are. Hi, okay. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Let me get the list. Hold on. No, not that one. Stay there. Just want to say hi to people. Oh, looks like I've got to reload again. Oh, there we go. Light flower. Yay! Kote Munizaga. Welcome in the day. Hi, Constance. Thank you so much for showing up. Oh, God. Ooh, healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole. Casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Giggle, greetings, Giggle Glimmer. Yay. Courtney S. Hello. Courtney S. Okay. Newbie, I think. Spirit in the City, Australia. I love it when you guys show up. You sound like a rock band. Spirit in the City sounds like a rock band. Hold on. Kim. Okay, Kim. Greetings. Hello, Kim. Good evening, Kim. Ivona. With this word. Kokoka. Hi, Ivona. Good evening. Mary, how are you doing? Wow. Where are you? Where's Mary? I just lost you. Yes, I do. Thank you, Mary. I got light flower. Lena! There you are. Welcome. Welcome. Healing vibrations rattle through my soul. Thinking of the poisons making me whole. Wait a minute, I forgot somebody. Hold on. Amber Scott from California. Yeah. Love is the word. Love is the word. The healing vibrations rattle through my soul. Shaking out the poisons, making me whole. Casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. Radio Soul, you're going to get a cupcake. You get a cupcake. Methuen, Massachusetts. Lenora Lawson, the movie star from the 1950s. Lenora Lawson. I know you're a movie star. I know it. I can tell. Olson. Holy frickin' Mars mashup. You're right. Holding down the fort. Stability. Okay. Yeah, love is the word. Whoa, whoa, love is the word. What's that? Sarah LM. Ray Del Sol, your birthday is tomorrow, and Constance. Wait a minute. Constance, it's your birthday tomorrow too? That's freaky. Oh, you get a cupcake too. Yay! And your cupcake is different. Your cupcake has filling, okay? Wow, that's amazing. All right, let's have a look. So Light Flower just came from a barbecue. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Primary. Hello, yeah. Greetings. Primary's here. Hold on, I got to get back to the list. Stay there. Don't go away, people. We just arrived. We're just signing everybody in. Seeing who's here. Primary. Yeah, okay. That's so Precious. Precious, yes. Precious moments, yes, for sure. Stress, baby. Coming up to the full moon, yeah, typical, that's normal. Fire Sun, it's about time. Love Triber, love Triber. Love Triber. We need to, I'll put words out. I'm going to put some words out about you, okay? Hope you don't mind. Favorite Darkness, hey, what's up? Hi, Favorite. Favorite Darkness, my gosh. You know, Favorite, you've been here pretty much every show for the last year and a half. Do you realize that? I mean, I can't prove it, but it sure feels like you're solid. You're totally solid. When all accidents arrive. Wait a minute, who's Juliet Amber? I missed that one. Wait, did I miss somebody? Shay Dog. We got Shay Dog. And we got Angie Cottrell. Oh my gosh, Angie Cottrell. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh. And your daughter's 21st is today. Oh my God, Amber. Let's do another loop around that for the daughter. Daughter's 21st. The word, the sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Wait a minute. Angie Cottrell. Love is the word. I didn't get you. Angie Cottrell. Hold on, I gotta get this. Stay there, Angie. Hold on. So you have, just hold up. I'm trying to watch the screen. Bear with me, please. Taurus Sun. Sun in Taurus. Virgo rising. Oh my gosh. Okay, I get it. I see why you're concerned. And Moon in Pisces. Moon in Pisces. Well, this is very interesting, Angie Cottrell, because you're going to see something later when we talk about Lena. You'll be surprised. You'll be amazed. Chanting the word. Frittoli. Frittoli talks. Frittoli, thank you. Thank you so much. Shaking out the poisons, making. Your dollars speak very loudly here, everybody. I just want you to know. So the universe will be heard. Resonate inside us. Love is the word. Big Bridget. Okay. Okay, Big Bridget. I'm not going to mess with you. All right. There we are. Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie is here. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Love thyself, Pinkie Pie. I think you're an expert. Love thyself. Maybe you can talk to us about that one day. You're good at this, Pinkie Pie. Yeah. Virgo and Mercury, Venus and Mars. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What did I... love is the word. It's a lot of Virgo energy. Wow. I didn't know that, favorite. Love is the word. Is here. Love is the word. Websy, Margie Blah. It's a funny name. Okay, hold on a second. Let me catch up with you guys. Give me a moment. I need to catch up. Stay there. Don't go away. Stop that. Stop that. Stop. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Quiet in the background, please. Noisy, noisy. Websy's here. Honeybee 70. Honeybee 70 is here. Websy's here. Good evening, Websy. Websy Wangi is here, of course. Thank you very much. And Susan Pena, I got that. Aqua di Amore. Oh, that's so cool. I see that, Primary. I know that symbol. That's yours. I see you. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aqua di Amore. Sounds very Italian. I don't know anything about Italian. So there you go. I'm sorry I don't, but there we go. Sun in Pisces, Moon in Aries, rising Capricorn. All this Pisces stuff going here. Wow, okay. Margie Blah, wait a minute. Wait a minute, oh, hold on. Margie Blah. Margie Blah. It just sounds fun. Margie Blah. Okay, like fill in the blanks. Whatever you want. Okay, so there we go. Let's have a look. Phone call. Okay, Ray, don't worry. We'll still be here. We'll probably be here for a couple of hours. Don't worry. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're all checking in with each other too. That's very, very cool. Hey, Allsun, where's all the guys tonight? Usually we have a few more guys. Where's the guys, people? Where's all the guys? Come on, don't be shy, guys. Sign in, log in. There's a lot of lovely women here, in case you didn't realize that. Where did I put primary? Yeah, I'm just going to make a note here. And who was that? Who put that one in there? Hold on, I'm still trying to catch up with everybody. Rita Lee. I'm just making notes as we go along. Yeah, okay, here we go. Oh, okay, the guys, did you say the guys are meditating or they're medicating? Are they, all the guys are self-medicating tonight? Is that what's going on? Yeah, yeah, you know, it's tough. Like being a guy is really tough, you know? I know it's tough for women, but it's tough for guys too, you know? Chucky Lopez, okay. We'll put you here. Welcome. See if I can do all this. You know, it's a very, very highly professional channel here. And we take things very, very seriously, as you know. Hey, how did I make that mess up there? How did I? Oh, Lopez. Okay. Do you want me to tell you my Jennifer Lopez story? I will tell you the story. I don't think anyone's going to arrest me. It's not public knowledge, but I will tell you my Jennifer Lopez story if anyone's interested. Yeah, Love Driver. Maybe there's a football. Maybe, who knows? Yeah. Compass Starlight. Did I get you? Yes, Compass Starlight. You can, if you want to, you know, Compass Starlight, because you're asking, you can go to terralumination.com. And there is, like, you look around the website, there's a button that says scroll down for more stuff. And somewhere on the list, there's a button where you can donate, and you just do it through PayPal. Just like when people do private readings, it's just a PayPal button. So you can put whatever you want, you know, $5, $10, $1 million, anything. It all helps. All helps. So yes, I hope I answered your question. Okay. Oh, Amber Scott. Did I get, hold on. I got you first off. Mars direct. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Mars is flipping right now. We're on the cusp of flipping for Mars. Well done. Yay, go Amber. Wow, that's cool. Thank you so much. Okay, hold on. I'm watching the chat as well as I can. Queen of Water. Wait a minute, I didn't get you. Queen of Water. Queen of Water. I don't think I got you earlier. I just want to check, be sure. Oh, you want to hear my you want to okay, I need to know more than Queen of Water. Are you saying, dear Queen of Water, are you saying you want to hear my Jennifer Lopez story? The only reason I'm saying is because I saw the name Lopez on the screen here for Chucky. I hope I said that right. I don't speak Spanish very well. Also, you want to hear the chocolate story? What, your chocolate story? I've got chocolate stories myself. Oh, okay. Get a book of pranic healing. Oh, okay. Killed on Friday. Well, Ivona, what I'm okay. Thanks. I will tell you a short, brief Lopez story. It maybe not just Friday. Like Ivona, just so that you know, I'll make a little note here. The planets right now between Mars and Uranus, it's a very, very hard square. Mars is like on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius, and it's on the stationary point here. So it's very, very strong, high pressure energy, and it's bearing down extremely hard on Uranus. So this is extremely volatile energy. It's potentially very violent, like spontaneous eruptions, volcanoes, earthquakes, uh, just uh, spontaneous, very dangerous, volatile things. And it's been happening, it's been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it's going to continue for weeks. So, Ivona, you could, if you want to blame the planets, I would look first of all to the very hard square between Mars and Uranus. Okay, so that's my explanation just for now. I hope we get that. Mary Siege. Okay, so let me just tell you quickly the Jennifer Lopez story. It's absolutely nothing to do with astrology, but I just felt like I wanted to indulge myself a little bit here tonight because I don't get the chance so much. I used to work in the movie business, and I still have interest, of course. I'm interested. I watch movies, I watch Netflix. I was on one show where I was, this is going back many years, and I was working as a movie extra. And I was very lucky. The director picked me out to work directly with Jennifer Lopez in what they called like a reaction shot. So I'll make a little doodle. I'll make a doodle for you. Okay. So it's what's called a reaction shot, and it was a big wide shot looking inside a big church, something to do with a wedding. And Jennifer Lopez was over here walking. Okay. Jennifer Lopez is over here. She's walking over here. And she had the whole shot was about a very, very awkward moment because she was in a really, really screwed up relationship. And the whole shot was about having to walk face to face with this incredibly handsome man over here heading her way. Okay, so here it is. There's this incredibly handsome person here, male, who now goes by the name of Lumination. Extremely studly, just as studly as any major A-list movie star. He's walking over here like this, and the specific directions from the director. Remember, the camera is shooting from here, so it's a big wide shot, and then they shoot it from this way so that you can see her looking at him, and then you shoot it this way so you can see him looking at her, and then they edit it all together. And so the director instructed us to walk towards each other, and then my job was when we got here in the middle, Jennifer was supposed to make eye contact with me, and I was supposed to make eye contact with Jennifer. And then when we did the rehearsals, it went back and forth. It took about 10 minutes of rehearsals. And then Jennifer went up to the director and said, okay, this is it. This is a true story. I hope she doesn't fire me or send bad vibes. She said to the director, I'm not going to make eye contact with that person. I'm not going to do that. And I just stood there. I was dressed in a very smart suit, very nice clothes and everything like that. And the director got very insistent. And he said, well, you have to. It's just a simple one shot. He's not gonna hurt you. You don't have to hurt him. He's not dating you. It's not like you're trying to date him or anything like that. It's just a movie. Calm down, calm down. And then she went off in a huff. She left the stage. And then 10 minutes later, she came back. And she did what the director said, and she did it. She was very grumpy. She went over here. She did her walk here. I did my walk here, and we ended up crossing paths. I gave my looks. She gave her looks, but she did not look directly in my eyes, which is a particular skill and talent that you have to do in movies sometimes. And it didn't happen. She did a really good job of almost making it, but she flatly refused. And so there you go. I was not offended. Of course, I was not offended. And I just blessed her and wished her a great career as a movie star. Okay, so there you go. That's my J-Lo story. Thank you very much. Bye. So there. I don't think she liked me. I don't know. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I was just doing what the director told me, okay? So don't blame me. Thank you, Queen of Water. Her illumination light is so bright she couldn't handle it. That's right. That's right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, wow, that was freaky. I have lots of crazy stories like that, but I'm really supposed to have signed like a secrecy waiver or something that I'm not supposed to do this kiss and tell stuff. It's not like we did any kiss and tell, but, Anyway, that was kind of a fun story. Celebrity behind the scenes gossip. There you go. Well, movie stars get very, very fussy. They're very sensitive, quirky people. So there you go. That was my little story. Lena, calm down. Lenore Lawson, you don't understand. Oh, it's not a big deal, Lenore. All it is just that in the movie business, there are certain things that are very, very difficult to do, like kissing scenes, lovemaking scenes. Eye-to-eye contact is extremely hard to do when you're in a controlled environment, and you have to do it authentically. It's extremely hard to do, and it triggers very powerful emotions in both parties. But the director insisted because it was just a very key trigger point in the scene. I didn't have any lines. I didn't have to say anything, but the whole point is that it was sending a message that the bride, or this woman here, who is in this confusing relationship, I think was distracted by other men, or other men were trying to distract her or hitting on her. I don't know. They didn't tell me the reasoning or the motivations. I was just doing what I was told. The point is that it's extremely hard to do eye-to-eye contact in a professional setting like that and make it real. And she didn't want the pressure, obviously. And also that would normally, a job like that would normally require the male actor to be a full-blown union salaried paid actor on the casting list, and I was not that person. I was hired in to do the job as a premium high paid extra. That's all it is. So I was just trying to explain how difficult those things are under pressure. So we all have our breaking points. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, okay. So there we go. That was the story. So let's have a look at a few things tonight. Have I missed anybody that I haven't checked in yet? I don't know. I can't remember. We've got a bunch of people here tonight. Thank you all for showing up. We'll get back to the list to check in, okay, later on. We've got a couple of almost birthdays. In fact, Amber Scott's daughter has a birthday right now, okay? And Constance has birthday tomorrow. And Ray Del Sol has a birthday tomorrow. So there's a whole bunch of Virgo energy in the house tonight. And Lena is here, and we've got a whole story about Lena tonight, people. So there you go. There's the emphasis on the Virgo Pisces thing. I think some of you are going to notice this, okay? So did I get you, Liz Wolf? I don't think I did. Good evening. Where are you? No, I did not get you. Sorry. Hi, Liz. Hi, Liz. Good evening. Thank you for coming to the show tonight. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Rose Manduano. Rose Manduano is here. Okay. Hi, Rose. Hi, Rose. Good evening. Good evening and welcome. Hey, Little Cap's here. Hey, hello, hello, hello. I got you. I just saw you. I just saw you, Little Cap. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, Little Cap one. Okay, got you. Oh. So there we go. So there we go. All right, that's so cool. So it looks like there's only one person here tonight on the list, but we got 3 other pages, okay? So it's well, a lot of you guys here tonight. Thank you all for showing up. I'm glad you've all got to know each other, made good friends with each other. I know a lot of you guys hang out behind the scenes afterwards for all the different after parties. Also, I want to let you know if anyone has a major breakdown tonight and I can't catch it or do much about it, All Sun is in the house. All Sun is really good for triage, okay? If there's a 911 situation here tonight, everybody jump on it. If we need some massive kind of group intervention, group hug thing, we'll take care of it, all right? Check in with All Sun. So he's here. All Sun is here. Don't you worry, folks. All Sun is here. All right. So, yeah, it's a full moon, people. It's a full moon. Let's move on here. Have a look at this. Okay, I'm going to move to another chart. Stay there. I think I got you, Linda. Didn't I get you, Linda Descartes? No, I did not. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to type in, otherwise I can't see you. For all I know, there's 1,000 people out there. But unless you type into the chat, I can't see you. So I got you, Linda. You're right there. Okay, cool. Got it. Yeah. So I have to tell you something. I've got to confess something really important, okay? We started the show tonight without any rest period during the day. It's very hard for me to get through the day without at least some kind of nap or 2 naps. That's just how things are over here at Terra Lumination. And I haven't had my chance to have a nap yet. It's been a very busy day and right up to the very last second. And no matter what I did, I was just barely struggling to keep up. Even though I like to think I'm a living example of love thyself, I try to live it by example. Sometimes I forget, I'm as deeply flawed in my own ways as all of you guys in your own ways. and I slipped up again. So I'm a bit frazzled, I got to tell you, I got to admit it, and I haven't had a chance to fully decompress. So if you get that vibe from me, I apologize now, and we'll just figure things out as we go, okay? So there we go. Thank you so much. So let's have a look at this. I want to show you something, okay? Okay. Yeah, maybe we will. Okay, so this is a Terra Lumination Astro Doodle. I know you've seen these before. I'm just going to move it up here through the screen very, very slowly so that you can see it. It's just a bunch of squiggles on a piece of paper. That's all it is, okay? But it is a Terra Lumination attempt to have a glimpse at what's happening in our solar system tonight. And I want to point out, just quickly get it on the page here, the stressors, of course. We've got this stressor over here, Mars in hard stress with Uranus, okay? We've got Pluto in a very hard stress here with Venus, okay? So there we go, that's pretty important. All of that stuff is pretty significant, very stressful. You can use that for blaming all sorts of things. We've also got, there's a lot of stress between, over here between Jupiter and Mercury, okay? So if you're feeling like, I don't want to go into the analyses of all these things, but I just want to point out the stressors, okay? There's other stressors going on too there that I could add, but there's layers of stuff. But these are all very significant, strong, highly specific stressors in our charts. Mars, hard square to Uranus. Pluto, hard square to Venus. Jupiter, hard square to Mercury. That's challenging for everybody, okay? Especially if you've got hot spots directly on these angles. But look at this. Tonight, and for the last few days, it's been going on for a while now, we have this stupendously beautiful grand Earth trine, okay? Okay, so this green thing, this thing here is green. It's bright green, okay? I hope you can see that. This thing is bright green, and it's really strong, okay? The degrees here are very, very tight. It's within a few degrees, okay? So it's a very, very tight, very powerful grand square, grand trine. It's a grand Earth trine. So you've got Capricorn. Let me write it up here. We've got, because this is really important as far as I'm concerned, because we don't see these every day. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, okay? So this energy here, this is a grand Earth trine. It's really, really powerful. It's very, very stabilizing. It's very, very supportive, especially if you have a very dominant energies of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, somewhere in your chart. This is beautiful for the whole planet, for everybody, but especially Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. It's very supportive too for the water signs, like secondarily through the sextiles, which is great. But I just wanted to let you know that this beautiful thing is here with us tonight. It's very, very supportive. So my feeling is that we're dealing with extremes right now. Extremes of wholesomeness, goodness, stability, clarity, calm, a sense of grounding, a sense of connectedness, earthiness, like the practicalities and the stability that goes with all the earth energies. And yet, at the same time, we've got these hugely stressful alignments happening simultaneously. Okay, here we go. Now, let's add this. Can you see this? This is bright yellow. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put a little squiggle through it. I'll make it a big squiggle because this is the theme of the night anyway. All right, so there it is. And I'll make it another extra squiggle over here. This is a trine, this is a trine, this is a trine. This is square, this is square, this is square. This is an opposition here. This is a classic opposition, but it's a full moon opposition. It's tonight, right now. The sun is over here in Virgo, and the moon is directly opposing here in Pisces. Okay? Now, add on top of that the moon is almost directly conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So it's a very strong full moon, okay, with the Pisces energy here. So here's my feelings about this for the whole planet, but we'll see where this goes in a moment. My feeling is that this energy here, all this Pisces energy here with the moon close to Neptune, it's very spiritual, very beautiful, but in some ways it can be extremely hard to understand or handle because we're going very into the very, very most subtle realms of like invisibility, of what I would call where our deepest wounds are buried here at the spiritual level, like in a spiritual dumpster, where like we are very close to the energy of heaven here, the energy of the divine, but it's also like the shadow side of that is our self-undoing. It's where can be so much, it's where we pile all our rubbish to the point where that's eventually what takes us down. Eventually we go down for something somewhere at some point in time, okay? This is like the planet of this is the sign of the end of ends. So my feeling is here, because of some of the readings I've been doing and so on, what I've noticed is that people are being exposed to very, very, very deeply buried, very sensitive areas of pain and suffering, and they're realizing how they have been undoing themselves and how they have allowed themselves to be undone by others. And it's very, very sensitive. It's like touching somebody who's like living a perfectly normal life, and then you just touch this one little spot and they go, ow, no, and they can't help it, okay? And that's opposed directly by the Virgo sun over here. So to me, it feels like it's exposing very much like, well, to whom is this in relation? In other words, a lot of our issues and sufferings are to do with how we relate to other people. You know, this is the axis of relationship. So who is there in your life right now where you might feel these very deeply painful, buried energies here? Perhaps things like resentment, long-held, bitter resentment, anguish, suffering, self-undoing, like it's a wound that never heals. I'm not talking about Chiron right now. I'm just talking about the fact that it's the 12th house, okay? So please understand that. And the sun is over here in Virgo saying, okay, well, get over yourself, people. You still have to keep going. And so long as you're watching this channel and breathing your breath and your heart is pumping, you have to still keep going. So what are you going to do to clean up your act? What are you going to do to refine and purify and clarify your daily habits in terms of, instead of self-undoing, in terms of self-doing? What are you going to do to for your health care, like your sleep patterns, the way you, do your, like your health? Like, are you getting enough sleep? Are you smoking? Are you drinking too much? Are you over medicated with things? Are you ignoring health issues that need to be taken care of? Are you in relationship with people that are very toxic for you, but you continue anyway as though it's not happening? That's very self-defeating. So what kind of new habits are you going to create to get around that? Okay? Practical things. Anyway, so there we are. I wanted to show you this. Now, Sarah McCauley. I just saw something from Sarah McCauley. Hold on, stay there. Sarah McCauley, I don't think I got you. I just saw a plea. I think I saw there's another Sarah. Okay, there's the Sarah here. Okay, I'll make a note there, Sarah. I don't know how much is going to happen tonight. What I would like to know, oh, by the way, because I'm feeling like in a very, very like somber, sober, very kind of practical mood tonight. So I might not have like the big party thing that we do sometime. Hey, thank you, Queen of Water. Thank you. I got that. I got that. Thank you so much. What I was going to ask for the big donors tonight, Fritaly and Primary, I would like to ask you guys directly, please don't be offended. Are you in need of a reading, or are you donating for the sheer joy of like keeping the channel going? Or if you don't need a reading, but you're just, throwing money in the pot for the love of it, would you like Tarot Illumination to do a reading for someone else? In other words, would you like to donate your funding towards a reading for someone else who might be in need? Or of course, you can keep, you can, still buy your way to the front of the line and get a reading yourself. So please, could you let me know on the screen? I'm going to try and watch. I'm going to try and watch the front. Okay, Queen of Pay It Forward. Yeah, okay, it's just Pay It Forward. Thank you, Queen of Water. So, okay, well, Sarah McCauley sounded pretty desperate. So, Primary, if you're interested, check it out. Primary, can you chat with Sarah McCauley, ask if you want to swap out here? Just so we know, okay? I'd like to get it straight. I don't know how many donations are going to come in on Super Chat tonight, but I'd like to spread things out as much as I can, Websy, you haven't had a reading for over a year. Whoa, okay. All right, okay, Sarah, you're going to get a reading. All right, that's the first one so that's for sure. Okay. Okay, for sure. Let me just make a note of this while we're here, in case I forget. Okay. Don't thank me, Sarah McCauley. Thank Primary, okay? Sarah McCauley, you can say thank you to Primary. You're getting a reading tonight thanks to Primary, okay? So there you go. I'm going to put you guys together like this. All righty? So there you go. Okay, who's that? Kathy? Courtney S. would like a reading. Courtney S. All right. All right. So let's keep going. Well, let me just think. So I wanted to. Hold on. What was that, Laura? I just saw something, Laura. Hold on. I'm getting confused. Wait for me. Hold on. Thank you. Wait for me. Hold on. I just saw something. Sarah Villanueva. Ah, okay. Let me put this down here. Okay. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to try my best, okay, Sarah? We'll do what we can, all right? We're doing what we can here. I'm trying to do all this stuff on my own. Let's have a look. Now, did I miss somebody? I missed somebody, haven't I? Kathy Gates. I missed Kathy Gates. I knew that. Kathy Gates. Good evening. Good evening, Kathy Gates. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh, Precious. I didn't see you, Precious. Wait a minute. Why didn't that come up on the screen? I'm trying. I'm still learning how to do all the super chats, people. Hold on. I just saw something from Precious. You're already checked in, aren't you? I already checked you in. Hold on. Okay. Precious. Thank you so much. I can tell you, folks, this super chat is really radically. Oh, it's for Websy. Okay. Well, I'll put you underneath her card, okay? It's for Websy. Wow, this is so cool. God, you guys are really freaking cool. Like, you're buying readings for each other. Do you realize how cool that is? What? Who's that knock? Wait a minute. Whoa. Inkpot. Inkpot. Norwegian krona. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Knock, but you got it looks really huge. Inkpot. Okay, all right, let's have a look. Wow, this is so cool. It's it's so cool. I don't know how to do the conversions. Fritali. Wait a minute. Oh, Fritali, you're paying it forward, right? Right. Hold on. What's going on here? Didn't you just put something in the pot? I thought you put something in. I can't tell. I'm losing. I'm losing track, people. I'm losing track. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many more readings I'll be able to get in here tonight. We'll see. All right. So give us a, like, you can keep throwing money in the pot. I'm not going to stop you, but I don't know how many readings I'll be able to do. Let me just go over here for a moment. Okay, stay right there. Just got to make some room, people. I got to make some room. I hope this all fits. I'll put this over here, something like this. I'll put Websy. This is Websy and Precious over here. And Sarah is over here. Inkpot. Oh gosh, it's just. All right, I have to. Give me a moment. Oh, okay. All right, so there we go. All right. Piling up, people. Wow, this is so cool. This is so freaking cool. Thank you all, son. That covers my cups of coffee for at least several days. So, okay, I'm gonna stop looking at the screen for a while because I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something. All right, remember we were just now talking about this, okay? All right. So there we have it. Okay, this is all the we were talking about, right? And so this is absolutely gorgeous. What I'd like to point out in particular okay, I would like to point out something like we're going to talk about this individual here in a moment. This is the actual, this is a little bit of information here from one of our guests here, our visitors here tonight. And I dare you to have a guess at who this is. Her birthday is very, very, very soon, and she sent in some information. And I don't know if you can read this, but I think you'll see why this information is so interesting. Okay, let me just point out Pisces rising, Virgo sun, and Mercury in Leo. Okay, now you do the parallels. Tonight we have a Virgo sun, we have the moon in Pisces, and we have Mercury in Leo. That's a lot of trigger points being activated right now. So, Queen of Water, how did you figure that out? Okay, Queen of Water, I would like you to tell us, how did you figure that out? Because you are correct. This little Tarot Illumination Astro Doodle is for Lena. And Lena's here tonight, right now. Yeah. Yep, Lena is here tonight. So, how does that look? Let's put these two things together. Can you see these together? I hope you can. So, it's almost like you can do, this is what we do on Terra Illumination stuff. You can put this on top of this, or you can put this on top of this and watch what happens. You get this. You see where we're going here? Queen of Water, you cheated. You cheated. Okay. All right. No Cheetos for you tonight. Okay. You're going to have to go and get your own popcorn. Or you're going to have to go and you're going to have to live off whatever you brought in your Tupperwares for the show tonight. So to me, I thought it was very intriguing that Lena wrote in before the show to mention this extremely interesting information, because you can see what happens when an individual person is impacted directly by the planetary alignments. She has her own natural axis here. I'm going to do color coding just like we did. This natural axis of hers over here matches the natural axis here. Okay, so all I'm going to do is twiddle this like this and superimpose this. So as you can see, Lena is strongly impacted by this particular full moon. And I'm going to read from her notes. So give me a second. Stay there, everybody. I want you to, whoa. Shayna Mac. Whoa, hold on. Somebody just threw in a huge pile of money. Stay there. I got to make a note of this. I'm trying so much here. Shayna Mac. Okay. Now, let's have a look. Okay. Shayna Mac. Oh, my God. Sorry, I'm doing everything I can to keep organized here. I haven't had my naps. I usually take 2 little naps to get through the day. Thank you so much, Shayna Mac. I'll put you over here, and we'll just see how it goes. Okay, we'll do the best we can to accommodate everybody. Oh boy, this is a lot of readings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I'm probably not going to be able to do the group reading tonight, but we're going to do something else instead, okay? I hope you don't mind, people. All right, I got to put Queen of Water here, too. So, I thought it was very intriguing. Let me go back, and I'm going to read the notes, okay? Stay there. Stay there. Okay. Okay, sorry. Give me a second. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, here, I'm going to quote Lena. Okay, this happened just tonight. So, hello, TL, of course. Hello, hello, hello. And we were chatting about stuff because that's what we do. And she says, today I'm feeling super weird. Like I can attract whatever I want and I will manifest. So we should do a collective manifestation tonight about the whole group, but also about our individual projects and our beloved ones. I think it must be because it's the full moon on Pisces, on Virgo season, and it's Mercury in Leo. Because guess what? I am Lena, and I have Virgo sun, Pisces rising, and Mercury in Leo. So I want to share that with the whole tribe tonight. ... By the way, I don't know why I just said this, but it sounds really cool. Okay? So I will check it out and I'll answer in a moment. Okay? And we'll see you at the show tonight. And so here we are tonight. And yes, I'm glad you said all this, Lena. I think it's really cool. I think it's very interesting to show like a live what really happens. Like Lena is having a very, very special night. And I think it's because these trigger points here that are happening in the skies, in the planets right now, are triggering Lena right here, right now, including her Mercury. Okay, so very, very, very powerful, clear energies of manifestation. Also, it's challenged, okay? Like the Mercury is very, very challenged by Jupiter and Scorpio. Now, even though it's a hard square, Jupiter and Scorpio is still benevolent, but it's in a challenging way. It's like spiritual growth and transformation through pressure, okay? So for Lena, it might be a whole sense of like her sense of identity as a person becoming very lit up. Like, how does Lena relate to others in terms of how do other people relate to Lena in these very, very acute ways, becoming very, very strongly lit up in her own self, her own identity, her like her power here, right here and right now. Like the sun is sitting right on top of her sun, okay? And at the same time, the moon is in full opposition. So it's like you can get a very deep subconscious awareness of how it's like it's having a really amazing look in the mirror in ways that you've never had a chance to notice before. And then you get to understand it in very clear, acute ways, but you still need perspective and feedback from other people. Like Lena had to throw this out there. So my feeling is that I think one of the reasons she says here, I want to share that with the whole tribe. I don't know why. I just said this, but it sounds cool. So I think that one of the reasons Lena wanted to share this with the whole tribe is because it's going to give her a chance to get some feedback and reflection from you guys. If anybody would like to connect with Lena directly, please figure it out there tonight and offer, like pay it forward like you guys do. If Lena needs perspective and feedback from others, it would be very helpful for her to have that offered to her from others who have opinions and experiences and perceptions, okay? So I just wanted to add that. So there we go. All right. So now I'm glad you guys are still here hanging out. I need a tiny break and then we're going to do a manifestation, okay? All right, give me a second here. Wow, 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 wow. Hold on, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Okay, I'm gonna put this on here. I know this playlist is getting very, very old now, but we're going to talk about how to upgrade things soon, okay? This is called Taste Your Dreams. If you wish for a simple miracle, if you wish, you can have one right away. All you need is some faith, is the will. Ask for it, and it will come to you today. Hey, hey, I want you to be so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Yeah. Na 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 na. La da 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 da. And if you wish to be in a state of grace, ask for it, and it will meet you face to face. And if you wish, if you dare to dream, you will find that it's easier than it seems. want you to be oh so happy. I want you to be your higher self. Yeah, yeah. I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Oh. I'm gonna start with Frittering. Yeah, I want you to be so happy. Yeah, I want you to be your higher self. Yeah, I want you to live and die laughing. Taste your dreams today. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams this way. Taste your dreams today. Okay, hold on. Stay there, don't go away, people. Hold on. Still shuffling stuff around. Trying to keep things organized here. We'll see. As you know, this is a highly professional operation, as you can tell. So there. Thank you. I just needed a little break there. A commercial break, theoretically, like they do on TV. We're going to do a bunch of little private readings in a moment here, a whole ton of them tonight. But before we get to that, we're going to do a Tarot Illumination Love Tribe thing, because this is where we are, people. We are here tonight with the famous Tarot Illumination Love Tribe. And who is that? What is that? Well, guess what? You already know. It's you. There you go. It's all about you. So, oh, wait a minute. Two more people. Hold on. They're late to the show. I'm sorry. You're going to probably have to take back seats over there, or you're going to have to push your way through to the front of the line. Nellie Powler. Okay. Hello, Nellie. Nellie Powler. And I just saw somebody else. Evolution Fairy. You've been here before. I know you've been here before. Evolution Fairy. That's such a cool name. I love it. Love Triber. Oh, I got to tell you stuff about Love Triber too. Hold on, please. Remember to remind me, okay? We have another story about Love Triber. Oh, wait a minute. There's a guy. Oh, we got a guy. Tyler James. Yay. Hello, Tyler James. Go meet All Sun. All Sun is a guy. This is like Chicks Night, okay? So, thanks for checking in. So, here we go. Couple of things. As you probably know, Lena, I'll just have to put this here. You know what? I'm going to put this up here. How am I going to do this? I'm just going to rearrange all this for a moment while we do this part. Forget it. It's just not enough room. We need a bigger stage. Tarot Illumination has got serious growth issues right now. Okay. Sorry, I'll just put this over here. As you know, Lena, we've been trying to figure out a way to do this, how to bring people into the show live. Tarot Illumination can be here, but you can also hang out with Lena and we can talk and everything. There's a way to do it with recorded, and there is a way to do it live. As far as I know, I don't have the software or the skills or the technical whatever is to do it. So we'll see. Maybe I do, but I don't know how to work them. So, so anyway. So for the time being, it's just like amateur night here. But Lena, this is the same Lena who played the piano solo, okay? She's on the front page of the channel. She plays the piano solo for the Terra Lumination song, I Surrender. So we can all say thank you to Lena. Thank you so, so much. And Lena is kind of a star. So there you go, all right? And Lena requested, I think because Lena's on a roll right now, Lena is getting ready for college, and there's a tremendous amount of pressure to succeed and perform and deliver and do what people do in college. So I understand that. And this is probably like the full moon, getting you all like starkly aware, starkly apparent about like your real strength, your true light, your true power, and really starting to like see it being reflected back to you from significant others in your life. Okay, that's what I feel is going on here, Lena. I have a feeling that it's just going to grow from here, that your light is going to grow and people are going to understand that and recognize that. And it's probably going to be very much to do with communications in the arts, expressive, open communications in the arts. Okay. So she requested that we do an invocation tonight for our individual selves, our individual projects, and for our loved ones. So we'll do a little quickie, all right, just for fun. So if everybody wants to get all kind of serious for a while and like we could maybe, I don't know, do like a group gathering thing, you can still hang out and chat and type and everything, but if at least a few of us put a conscious, deliberate effort to form a circle, think of it as a digital circle, invite your special invisible friends too, and do a digital join hands, okay? Join hands with the person next to you, subconsciously or however you want to do it, and literally create like a magnetron thing so that the energy flows and then the energy flows and it amplifies and amplifies and amplifies. And all we're doing is amplifying the love that's already here, okay? It's simple, really. Oh, wait a minute, Gabby Girl just showed up. Hold on. Hey, Gabby Girl, I got you. Gabby Girl. Hello, Gabby Girl, I got you. Don't you worry, Mary. So right now, I'm not going to be looking at the screen very much, people. I'm just going to go with this invocation here for, it's not necessarily for Lena. It's almost like Lena is gifting this to us. She's asked the Terra Lumination to do this, okay? So let's all like gather, like pull in tight. We don't have to pull in tight to the point where it's like uncomfortable, but just, you know, like we do around the campfire, just everybody make a nice loose open circle like we do. I'm not going to make a doodle right now. I'm just going to get into it, okay? So bear with me. I might get a little weird for a while, okay? All right. So, dear heavenly angels that surround us all the time, you're there all the time, whether we know it or not. Terra Lumination is aware, but even Terra Lumination forgets. Terra Lumination takes a lot of things for granted. Terra Lumination also does daily practices to deliberately connect with personal angels and also on a kind of a galactic scale. So what I'm asking here for everyone tonight is that we kind of get into the same vibe where we're all deliberately like choosing quietly and deliberately to almost like disembody ourselves and allow ourselves to be connected with the divine, connected with heaven, as though we are a simple, like an organism, sort of like a pumping jellyfish kind of energy, very, very fluid, very soft, very, very open, very, very beautifully designed, like a jellyfish are just amazingly beautiful creatures. And pretend that we're, you know how jellyfish swarm and everything? Pretend we're all one, as though we're all these individual, beautiful, bright, shining stars ourselves, okay? That's Lena, there's Primary, there's, you know, Shayna and Linda and everyone who's here, and Tyler, and then we all cluster as well. And so the cluster itself becomes a beautiful entity on its own. Just like what happens when you see those swallows. Have you ever seen swallows when they go hunting at night? The swallows swarm and they move around like this very fluid, beautiful creature. And the swarm itself becomes like a living organism. That's kind of what I'm trying to invoke here tonight so that we're with this one pulsing, living, beautiful thing. So with that said, I just want to do what our illumination does. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our group consciousness from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to percolate through the group conscious to the individual, all the way through, not just from your wispy imagination, but to the very, very core, precise center of your being, where your self emanates, like from the heart center, from your imagination, and then energy starts to go outwards. We ask for the healing power of love to fill that part of your individual being as an individual, as the individual that you are in the context of us here tonight, as a beautiful organism ourselves, like as though we were all one individual. And from there, we ask the healing power of love to infuse us with the information, the knowledge, the inspiration, and the wisdom that we need to connect with our divine purpose, our desire to express, our desire to be our most, let's say, abundant selves, our most honest, most true selves, and to identify and be aware of anything that is, let's say, unhealthy for us, okay? In terms of like being brutally honest with ourselves, very, very honest about the things that we don't really want to be honest about. And from that position, just accepting what it is we learn and know and understand, like whoever it is or whatever it is, like perhaps we've been grudging and holding grudges, or perhaps we have been literally mortally wounded. Well, not mortally wounded, but wounded, and we've never complained about it, even though it might have been appropriate to speak up. All these things that accumulate in terms of toxic self-undoing, which block your own light from flowing. So all I'm suggesting is that if you do have what Lena calls projects, we ask for the healing power of love to fill your projects from up above, whatever it is that you would like to do, like to manifest, to make happen, whether it's a little hobby thing on the side or a new life, a new career, a new child, a new relationship, or new dynamics in the relationship. If that's your project, Virgo is very much about doing, organizing, refining, purifying, cleansing to make these things happen. It's a very Virgoic energy to have projects and do projects and execute projects. A lot of projects involve other people. So let's ask for the healing power of love to fill our projects from up above, just as Lena has requested. We ask for the healing power of love also to fill all the people involved in our projects from up above. Let us take it from the first one, the first invocation, that we have the resources, we have the inspiration, the ideas to take steps forward into our so-called projects, our projects of life. And they frequently involve other people. Like if you have like some idea for doing, like a charitable work, or knitting a scarf for somebody, or donating a sofa to somebody, or remodeling your bathroom, or getting the car washed, whatever your individual project is that you know you have to do, that you know you want to do, but you've been putting it off because of the lack of momentum and all the conflicts and all these super stressful things. So now is the moment to invite the energy in. And when it involves loved ones, which it frequently does, we ask for the healing power of love to fill our loved ones from up above so that they are enhanced by your projects and you are enhanced by their energy in the projects, especially if it is literally a personal encounter with others. Like if you've got a project that means facing someone that needs to be faced, or facing an issue that needs to be faced, and those issues that involve other people, like having to have a very awkward conversation, or having to have a very profound and open, heartfelt conversation, We ask the healing power of love to fill all of that from up above. Okay? We ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our minds from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our hearts from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our souls from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our relationships from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our loved ones from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our homes from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our families and our lives from up above. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you, Lena. That's our little invocation. I hope you got something out of that, people. I hope you felt that. I hope you just got into the flow and just sucked it up and turned it into like some kind of magnetic field, and you're going to run with that energy, okay? All right, let's get on with the show, people. Let's start doing some readings, okay? Here we go. Thank you, Lena. Oh, sorry. Before we get into the readings, we got a bunch of readings to do tonight. Before we get into that, Love Triber is here. And I want to announce that Love Triber is a reader, okay? She does not do tarot. It's quite different. She reads playing cards, and she is in the process of setting up her, let's say, profile, okay? So if anyone's interested and curious about readings from Love Triber, she's here tonight and she will field your calls, okay? I just want to let you know that the card readings, because I've been very lucky to experience this, the card readings are very methodical. It does not involve like mediumship or intuition in the way that we do the tarot. It's very, very precise. It's very delineated, very much in the way that astrology is delineated. It's a very precise language, but it can be open to lots of interpretation. The information is very fixed. The interpretations are malleable, okay? So I just want to announce that Love Triber is here tonight, and she will listen. She will be happy to connect with you, and maybe you guys can work something out, okay? All righty, here we go. All right, so I know you guys are already connecting. I can see it on the screen. Let's keep going. All right, first up, Fritali. Thank you so much, Fritali. Cards were well shuffled before we even started, but I'm going to go to the last second, and hopefully we'll do something useful here for you. All right, let's have a look. Before I forget, people, I often get absent-minded in the shows, and I don't mean to forget people's names and donations and things, but if I lose it, please forgive me, and we'll try and find other ways to make up. We've got a whole bunch of readings to get through here tonight, and we've only just started, so please give me some room to screw up, okay? Because the chances are very high that this could happen, okay? I'm just letting you know in advance, all right? Yeah. I'm going to mix it up, people. I'm going to mix it up tonight. We'll probably do all sorts of funny things. Tonight, I'm just going to do the regular thing. Okay, Fritali, you're up. Bless the cards, bless the deck, bless you, Fritali, and thank you so, so much. Just going to put it here really, really simple. And here we go. It's very, very slippery. These are very new cards, and they're still very, very slippery. Okay, here's the challenge. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like for you, Fritali? Let's have a look. Okay, well, you've got the King of Wands here. So my feeling is that, well, there's a lot of, to me, this feels like a lot of pressure, okay? The King of Wands on its own is really, really powerful, inspiring, courageous energy. And the King of Wands didn't just get here like a trust fund baby who inherited his throne. The King of Wands knows everything that he's had to endure to get here. Forget the gender, Fritali. To me, this is an indication that if you're struggling or hurting or lost or confused right now, to me, it looks like there are a lot of resources out there there's a tremendous amount of support out there. If you want it, if you need it, if you have the courage and the, let's say, the humility to ask for it. And that's my feeling. So as far as I recall, Fritali, you have a fairly stressful situation going on, and you're here very regularly. And Terra Illumination can't answer and help with every question. But if you need to reach out and to take full advantage of the Terra Illumination Love Tribe, I would highly recommend doing that with this energy here. I have a feeling that this is a reminder of your own magnificence, and something about this is to do with deep, deep humility, which is required in order to maintain this energy of great dignity, okay? So please understand, I hope that made sense to you, all right? What's the situation? Wow. Whew. All right, well, with the Knight of Swords here, this is the Knight of Swords. So to me, it feels, I think this must be something to do with the full moon, okay? My feeling is, Fritali, is that it's really, really important for you tonight to be really, really honest with yourself about whatever it is that's very deeply buried and that is not being dignified or honored. You know, just understand that we all have challenges here. And my feeling here with the Ace of Swords, the situation is that it's it's not the Ace of Swords, this is the Knight of Swords. It's very, very important to, I think, take advantage of the knowledge, the wisdom, and the information that you have, the communications that are coming to you here tonight. I especially feel as though it might be really appropriate for you to reach out to a friend, some way, somehow, to get the kind of feedback and information that you need, perhaps in private, somewhere, sometime, you know, behind the scenes or whatever, okay? And almost to the point where it's like brutal honesty, okay? Like, it's time for you to hear what you need to hear and know what you need to know, okay? For your own growth, spiritual growth and healing, all right? So what's the challenge with this? Because you've had enough, okay? You're at a breaking point, and you're wondering, like, what the challenge here is accepting that you're at a breaking point. You know, some people refuse to accept that they are at a breaking point, or that they're damaged or broken, or that they can't take it anymore. They insist on keeping going as if everything's okay, and that's a problem. So with the Ten of Swords here, the challenge, my feeling here, is understanding and accepting that certain things, whatever's going on with you, certain things are not healthy and not acceptable anymore. And that's the challenge, okay? Understanding it and accepting it. So to me, the Ten of Swords here is speaking very loudly, like it's almost like, please, dear Fritali, owner of me, my heart at the heart level, all of this stressful energy, whatever it is that's going on with you right now, it needs to stop. But that's the problem. Like, some people get so immersed in the stresses is that they don't know anything else. Like, if you tried to unstress somebody, like when you go to a hospital with triage and take care of somebody in triage, it can be so chaotic and so stressful that even when you're doing the most advanced types of healing, like in an emergency room or ICU, it makes the patient feel worse, because it's almost like they would rather just stay in their trauma and be healed of the trauma, because the healing of the trauma requires so much intensive interaction that it's terrifying to the patient. So it's just like, oh, what do you do? How do we deal with this? Okay, well, with the Seven of Wands here, I think it's very much about courage, and it's almost like having to talk to you, and a lot of self-talk here, where it feels to me like it's important to basically act as if you can handle this, even though you might be scared that you can't handle it. With the Seven of Wands here, my feeling is that this is a strong indication that you can handle what needs to be handled, no matter how really sensitive and awkward it might be, okay? And then just deal with it. And on the understanding that all of us always have pressures and challenges coming at us all the time, some way, somehow, and that we have to prevail. And it's the same for you, okay, Fritali? It's important for you to know the way to handle this is to know that you will prevail against all odds, okay? No matter how bad it is, you are going to prevail. And my feeling is it's time to reach out and accept this. This is almost like the challenge here is to tap out, admit you're tapped out, and that you need help, and that you will prevail, okay? That's what I think is going on here. I think you'll be fine, and I hope I didn't say things that hurt your feelings or feel like I was pressuring you, okay? I'm just trying to help, all right? You can reinterpret this any way that you want. I'll just lay this here for a second, okay, so that you're a witness. Okay? All right, there we go. So I'm going to put this all back together, and we're just going to keep going. Okay, let me quickly shuffle up here. Thank you, Fritali. The tarot is very, very strange. It's completely different from the cartomancy. It was an amazing experience to work with Love Triber and get that reading. Thank you, Love Triber. It was quite really, really informative and very affirmative as well. I really felt that you touched a lot of really powerful triggers and made it very, very real for me and helped me to, let's say, clarify my situation here and get more understanding of my own life journey. Thank you so, so much. Okay, give me a second, folks. I got to shuffle. All right, let's have a look. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Fritali. Okay, I just saw it in the notice. Okay. So if you read up there on the screen, people, Fritali has finally cracked and admitted that she needs help for chronic pain. She's going to see a doctor. So this is very, very good news. I'm so glad you're here tonight with us, Fritali, and you have confided to everybody here. This is really, really good news. Websy, you're up, okay? Websy, by the way, everybody, I want you to know that Websy was donated her reading by Precious. Precious Moments kindly made a really nice donation and put that in the super chat and gave it to Websy. Websy is hurting. Websy needs a reading. I'm going to shuffle a bit more. Hold on. All right, let's have a look here. Hold on. I need a sip. Thirsty work. Man, it's thirsty work doing this stuff. I'm telling you. All right, Websy, cards are shuffled. We're going to cut right now. So chill out, hang back, and enjoy the moment, and we'll do what we can for you. All right, Websy? I know you've had some very stressful moments in the last year. Very, very up and down for you, I know. Here's the situation. We're just focusing on right now, okay? Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like? Let's have a look. Well, with the Four of Cups, my feeling is, okay, I don't want to hurt your feelings here, Websy, but sometimes I do sense the energy of woe is me with our connections because of a lot of pain that you've suffered. And it's very obvious that it could be very easy to stay with this energy, with the Four of Cups, feeling like listless and like, woe is me, when is it ever going to get better? I've put so much love in, I've received love, and I know what love is. And then wondering like, what did I do wrong? When did I do it? How did I do it? Where did I do it? Like, oh, if only coulda, woulda, shoulda done this or that with whoever. And then all at the same time forgetting around you that you've got this little miniature Ace of Cups right there. So whenever I see this, it's a strong message for me to tell you that it's very important to remember that energy flows where attention goes. So if your energy is focused if the weather is telling you, if you're surrounded by lots of, let's say, diffuse, distracting energy patterns, your own thoughts coming back to you like confusion or paranoia or dissatisfaction, be very, very aware of what you're thinking. Try and get back to the attitude of gratitude, even if you have to force it, like writing a list of all the things that you're grateful for, especially anything and anyone that you love, and then switch the energy to what you love. Switch it away. Focus on the solution instead of focusing on the problems, okay? So the weather is saying very, very clearly here, please remember, Websy, energy flows where attention goes, and it's time to refocus the attention on what works, not what does not work. Focus on the love. There's a lot of love here in the room tonight, and you can soak up as much as you want. It's almost like an infinite supply. It won't run out, okay? You can't take too much. All right, what's the situation? All right, with the Knight of Pentacles here, my feeling is that I got a really weird feeling that this is almost like a wish. I felt it's just like, oh my gosh, I wish my knight in shining armor would come and save me. It's like I've been this way for people. It's almost like I'm pretending I'm you, Websy. It's just like you mean so well. The situation is that you always mean the best. You always mean well. You always put the love first. You always take into consideration other people. And when things don't work out, it feels very unjust and very unfair. And it could constantly trigger woe is me energy over and over again. And to the point where it would be so nice to have like a savior, and so, which is very common when you have like a savior-victim relationship. And so also with this, with the Knight of Pentacles here, my feeling is that you mean so well, and you would like to continue to do that. You feel like you have so much to offer, and you want to get away from all the stressors and the things that are not working for you, and invest your talents and gifts and resources in what does work. So you mean well, but it's almost very self-defeating. This is to me very symbolic of what's happening right now and what we were talking about earlier with the full moon eclipse here tonight. A lot of these energies are very, very beautiful. So I'm suggesting for you, Websy, that the Knight of Pentacles here is coming to save you. This is the big grand earth trine here, basically saying, don't worry, Websy. You've still got all this on your side no matter what. And yes, you've got all these stressors. And yes, it's very hard to handle all these extremes of beautiful, beneficent energy here at the same time as these stressful things. It's no wonder you might be feeling totally confused on the Pisces Virgo axis. Like, what is it that I keep doing wrong? Why am I the cause of my own self-doing? What is the cause of my own self-undoing? How am I undoing myself? Please, dear angels, tell me. I need to know. I want a solution. I'm sick of problems. I'm sick of wallowing in problems. I need solutions. All right. So what's the challenge? Oh, my feeling is the challenge is to actually do that, to actually commit to the solutions, committing to finding peace and deliberately moving away from the drama and the trauma. Because no offense, Websy, sometimes our trauma and our stories of pain and suffering become our identity, because that's like all we know. And then when we try to deliberately move away from the trauma and the stresses and the things that aren't working, we feel like we're losing our identity, and we get lost and we give up the journey. We stop going forward looking for peace and love and simplicity because it seems so weird and out of touch and so far away and inaccessible. And we don't know it. It's like fear of the unknown. So that's a huge problem. It's no wonder, like, this is saying very, very strongly, please understand the difference between where you're focusing your energy now and where it would be healthier to focus your energy. So how are we going to do this? Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune here, my feeling is that it's something to do with luck. I think this is a very loud message. Some way, somehow or other, I don't know what it is. You're probably going to have to ask more questions, or maybe you can get feedback from others here tonight. It's important to this is, again, no offense, Websy. I'm not trying to belittle all the challenges or say that, your issues are so trivial they don't count. What I'm trying to say is that it's so important to focus on the good stuff right now. Really, really important to focus on the solutions and the luck. Focus on the luck and the good fortune that you have. Really obvious examples come to my mind right now is like, even if you're in a storm situation, if you're on the East Coast or something, heavy storms. Number one, if you're alive, that's a big deal. If you have fresh water, if you have electricity, if you have a shower, if you have food in your refrigerator, if you have all of your limbs intact mostly and they're working fairly okay, if you have the ability to speak and listen and calculate and do basic arithmetic, if you can drive and walk and converse, if you can radiate love, if you can receive love, if you can transmit, if you can receive, if you can be loving, if you can be loving, be loved, that's incredible. Just that alone is incredible. And then realize how fortunate you are to have that, because there are billions of people on the planet who don't have any of that, none of it. So, gosh, I feel like I'm being sort of like mean and pushy here. I don't mean that, Websy. All I'm suggesting is please be aware of the good things in your life, the good fortune, and that it's all working for you. All of this, even the stressors, are working for you. They're challenging, they're pushing you, they're daring you to say, I bet you can't handle this, Websy, unless you focus on it. So I'm daring you, the planets are saying, I'm daring you, Websy, to handle all this stuff. And we've got your back along the way, so don't worry, okay? And you needed to hear this now tonight, okay? So don't worry, all right? Thank you, Websy. That's all I got for you tonight, all right? I hope that helped. There we go. Hey, did I check you in, Jeanette Robbins? I don't think I did. I just saw your name on the screen. Hold on. Jeanette Robbins. Yay, hold on. Maybe I did. I'm going to put your name there anyway. I just wanted to be double check that, all right? Thank you, Websy. Thank you so much. If you guys think I'm in a very sort of sober, calm kind of mood tonight, it's true. I feel what's happening for over here at Terra Lumination is that big, fat, grand Earth trine is providing a lot of calm and energy and stability, and I'm soaking it up as much as I can because I really need it as a person, as a human being, above and beyond Terra Lumination. Terra Lumination will keep going, but right now I'm enjoying the sense of calm, and I'm not all hyper and like super buzzed like I sometimes get on the Sunday Night Live shows. Sometimes I get so scared to do the shows, and then I overcompensate and I get so excited, and then I can't sleep for 2 hours after, I can't go to sleep after the show, things like that. All right, looks like Precious is up next. Rika Jose, Staring at the Moon. Yeah. All right, let's have a look here. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Is it Precious next? Hold on, I'm getting. We got a lot of readings, people. Oh, poop. How did I? Okay, we got those and those. Who was that? Oh, I got so confused. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm sorry, folks. I'm so confused. I think Precious was up next. Is that right? Precious, are you Precious? Are you expecting a reading? Precious, can you type in? I forgot. Am I supposed to give you a reading, or did you give it away to somebody? Did I mess up? Precious? Your name's here. I can't remember. Okay, so I'm giving you a reading. Is that right? Or did you give it away? Or what's happening? I can't remember. Oh. Oh. All right, I'll go. I know Shayna bought one, so I'm going to read for Shayna, right? Okay. Christina Richardson. Okay, I'll sign you in. I just saw that. Oh, we got a lot of people here tonight. Oops. Okay, yes, Precious gets a reading. Okay, thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. All right, so I'll do Precious next, like I was going to do anyway. Thank you, Precious. And I'm supposed to check somebody in. Christina Richardson. There we are. There we go. I got you. Okay, I got you. All right. Let's get back to it. Thank you for the extra top-ups, Precious. Yeah. All right, so hold on here. All right, Precious, you're up. Precious, you are up. All right, let's see if we can do this, people. All right, here we go. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. Here we go. Cutting, very average, moderate, well-balanced cut. Okay, I'm trying to keep it very balanced right now. All right, here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And let's just see what the weather's like for you, Precious. Okay, wow. Okay, well, you've got the Emperor here. So my feeling is, though, in some ways you might be surrounded by some very strong, almost the energy of oppression here. If it's not oppressive in some way, it might feel more like it might be an indication that it's time for you to face this kind of energy here. This is very, very strong energy. Forget the gender. If you want to think of it as masculine, okay, you can. But this is around you. This is like surrounding things. And to my feeling is that it might be a very, very strong message to, let's say, rise up. It's time for you to like no nonsense, rise up into your power, kind of like they would do on a science fiction movie where you might have been considered very humble and accommodating. And then all of a sudden, you decide to stand up and then everybody looks at you and you open your mouth and you speak, and suddenly everybody takes things very, very seriously. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling is going on here, Precious. It's important to be aware of your own power and to walk right into it, like walk tall and look the world in the eye, that kind of thing. What's the situation? Okay, well, with another major arcana here, you've got the Death card. This feels to me like it's very much to do with Jupiter and Scorpio right now over here, where you might be undergoing a lot of perhaps unwelcome transformational energy in your life over here, some way, somehow or other. There's quite a lot of opposition going on between Jupiter and Uranus here. So it might be an indication that your situation is to do with, cutting out and cutting away anything that is really not yours and allowing it to die off. It's like a culmination here if we're thinking about the Pisces full moon. And we put by the way, there is a lovely harmony here between Jupiter and the moon and Jupiter and Neptune. So I think this is very, very supportive for you, Precious, to be able to allow deep transformation to occur, deep transformational healing, in fact, vibrational healing. Maybe it's time to like sever ties, cut ties. Well, not even, it's almost like you don't have to do it. It's more like about allowing very, very fundamental, like deeply bedded ties to be cut by nature. Like if nature is forcing you, if your surroundings, if certain people around you are putting on so much pressure that you are having to change, whether you like it or not, having to let go of certain, whatever it is, attitudes or positions or jobs or places or whatever it is, money or relationships or anything. It could be quite painful in some ways, but it also feels like it's inevitable, almost beyond your control here, because it's such strong energy. Let's have a look here. What's the challenge? Okay, well, the Seven of Pentacles here. This feels to me like challenge is coming to grips. It feels like the challenge is really coming to grips and understanding what exactly is wrong. Like there might be all sorts of shifts and changes and transformation that's going on, and things are getting kind of ripped up, almost like the eclipse energy, you know, from whenever it was, a couple of weeks ago. You might be just getting to the culmination now. Even though that was a Leo new moon eclipse, we're still on lunar cycles, and here we are 2 weeks later. You might be at a point now where you're realizing that you've gone through some irrevocable changes, and you're going to go through more irrevocable changes because of the eclipses. And the problem here is accepting like your part in the equation. My feeling is accepting and understanding that whatever this challenge is here is that, well, that's not the challenge. Whatever the situation here is that there are things that need repairs and maintenance. You might need repairs and maintenance. You might need a lot of dedication, rededication of resources to yourself so that you can repair and heal and grow. It might also mean that it's time to understand that there's a lot of things that are out of whack because of lack of maintenance. Now, what does that mean? It could mean like maybe in relationships between yourself and another, or between another person and yourself, or maybe you have not been taken care of or maintained or nurtured or respected or groomed properly, you know, in the way that in a very loving relationship, doing this properly would be the energy of a significant other really putting in the effort to do the repairs and maintenance of what it takes to keep a healthy relationship going. I'm not saying this is a relationship reading, but my feeling is that it's important to know it's just like to understand the equation of what's happening with all these transformations and this oppressive energy here, where like if you have not had the courage to face to this energy, maybe now it's time, and then facing like, well, okay, I'm a part of this. Whatever's going wrong or shifting or changing or needs to change, I'm a part of it. And then obviously not wanting to do it. Like if there's huge amounts of repairs and maintenance that need to be done, not being done, then that's very hard to handle. And you might be feeling like you're getting forced into things that need to be done. So how do we handle this? Okay, with great care. And I think with great intuition. Again, this is another major card here. This is the moon. This is the moon card here. And my feeling is that be prepared to be scared. Be prepared to walk into your destiny, walk into this transformational vortex, whatever is happening with you, okay, precious, at this very moment in time right now. If you're coming into a stark realization that there's something really profoundly out of whack between yourself and a significant other, and between a significant other and yourself, then this needs to be faced directly face on, and then being willing to go through the changes, being willing to admit and accept that you're part of the equation, but you're not fully responsible. And they are part of the equation, and they have responsibilities too, and not be bullied by any of this, okay? It's very important. So in other words, it's almost like, it's like feel the fear and do it anyway, all right? That's what I'm thinking here. just know and understand that you might be facing into the unknown. These are major cards here, and they might feel as though it's very fated in such a way that, like why me? Why do I have to go through this? I've done all the work. I'm the one who's doing all the heavy lifting and the repairs and maintenance. And now why am I being held accountable as though everything's my fault? This doesn't make any sense. It scares me. I don't understand it. I don't understand the full meaning of all of this. Well, at this point in time, I don't think you could know. I think you might know more by the Virgo new moon or coming out of the Virgo new moon towards the end of the month, especially. So my feeling here is go forward, allow for these deep transformational changes to happen anyway. Face the fear, face the monsters, accept your part in the situation, but do not accept all the blame, and then move on accordingly, knowing that it's like you're guided, but you're having to be guided at a very intuitive level here, and just go forward anyway. All right? Yeah, it's going to be scary, but guess what? You're part of the Terra Lumination Love Tribe anyway, so you're going to be fine. It's okay to be scared, all right? It's okay, but you keep going anyway. You keep going anyway, all right? All right. God, there's a lot of Virgos here, a lot of Virgo energy here tonight, right, people? Hold on, let me put this aside. Precious, thank you so much. I'm really glad we had the chance to do that. Next up, it looks like Shanna Mac. All right, Shanna Mac. Here we go. All right, let's have a look. What's going to happen, Shanna Mac? What's going to happen? Remember, these are totally blind readings. We're going totally blind. You're not asking any questions, and I'm not telling the future. We're just doing intuitive readings, all right? If anybody wants to ask specific stuff, you'd have to book a private reading. That's a whole other different thing. We're not doing that here tonight, okay? This is mostly just for fun and for all of us to hang out and get some perspective on our lives, because we learn so much from ourselves and each other when we do all this stuff. I get a tremendous boost for the whole week when I do these shows for you guys. I love doing it with you. It's like one of the best things in the week for me over here. All right, let's have a look. Man, I need more beverage. Hold on. Hey there, don't go away. Well, I'm glad you're all chatting amongst yourselves. That's very, very good news. All right, let's have a look. I'm Mark 1. I'm probably at the point in the show where I'm missing names and people are arriving and checking in, but I'm not catching your names. I'm really sorry if I'm missing people. I don't mean to. We're kind of deep into the show now, and we still have a lot of readings to do. So hang in. Shanna Mac, you're up, all right? Shanna Mac, you're up. All right, here we go. Here's this, let's have a look. Basic cut. Please invite your invisible friends, Shanna Mac. Make this a group thing. It makes it a lot of fun, and it takes a bit of the pressure off Terra Lumination. Terra Lumination can't do this without group energy, Terra Lumination angels, okay? So please invite your own. It just helps to expand the energy, grow the energy, and share the energy, and take the pressure off of here. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. What's the weather like for you, Shanna Mac? Oh, Ace of Pentacles. My feeling, okay. Shanna, I don't know if you're aware of this. This is an Ace of Pentacles, and this is a card of opportunity. It's a sacred opportunity. So to me, this is almost like golden opportunity energy around you. It's very, very earthy. It's very much to do with three-dimensional aspects of this world. you know, whatever it might be, money, cars, careers, jobs, health, the physicalities of life, and looking at everything in a whole new way. You might just, it might just be kind of like the full moon here, let's say tonight, right now, the full moon here is this moment of golden opportunity opening for you. It's almost like it's a culmination, like, you know how everything swirls around, and then at one moment the clouds clear and poof, there's the full moon. And to me, it's a strong message that this is very important time to realize that you have a chance now. Okay, Shanna, Mac, in some way, shape, or opportunity to do this. It's very fleeting. It's just like, it's very, very fleeting. It's like, Shanna, are you aware of this? Are you aware of your good fortune? Are you ready, willing, and able to grab it? Do you feel like you are worthy, deserving, and open to receive? Big, big opportunity here. It's up to you to grab it. You don't have to grab it, but it's almost like, you know, your angels in heaven would be looking, saying, okay, Shanna, if you don't want it, it's okay. It's your choice. Okay. But it's here, whatever that is, a relationship, a person, something tangible, physical, maybe a promotion at work, maybe it could be anything to do with the physical aspects, the resources. What's the situation? Queen of Cups. Okay. Well, my feeling here is that maybe it's time for you, maybe this is an opportunity for you to really get in touch with your self-worth. Okay, your self-worth. How loving are you? How are you loved? You know, and we talk a lot about here being loving and being loved. This is actually working in practice for you. Are you seeing that the world around you is actually like a never-ending kaleidoscope of opportunity? If you're willing to grab it when it's there and see that everything is like synchronistic moments, and it isn't just one of these popping out of the sky at once. It's a continuous flow. Once you realize it's continuous, then you can make these decisions to stay in the flow. So my feeling here with the Queen of Cups is realizing, wow, I'm awesome. I'm so loving and I'm so loved, and I have so much that I can offer. And then momentarily later, I'm feeling like, wait a minute, that can't be true. Otherwise, I wouldn't be getting the card of opportunity here to remind me of this. I would be already doing it. So my feeling here is that this is a really golden opportunity moment here tonight, this full moon, to become fully aware of your value, your values, your worth, your self-worth, sense of self-worth, the sense of being aware of the love that you do have in life for yourself, and that you can share with others. And no apologies for that. To me, it feels very neutral in that it's just like an awareness. It's really, really stark. Like, it's time for you to look around your world. Where is the love coming from? Where is the love going? What am I doing with my resources? How am I squandering all my loving resources? It's because we do have limitations, you know, as loving, as compassionate as you might be, it would be very difficult to raise 18 children, or to go to college or something with no money, or to become the Queen of England before she dies or something. So we have to live with these certain limitations, and realize when our physical bodies and our three-dimensional lives, three-dimensional worlds, we can continuously ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies and lives and souls from up above, and then we can deliberately choose to radiate that. But if you think of it as a resource, as a tangible physical resource, if you think of the healing power of love as a resource, what are you doing with all that? You have, let's say, 16 hours a day in which to figure that out. And then you need to heal yourself and rest. And then what are you doing with the rest of the day when you get to the next day? What are you doing with the healing power of love that's in your life already? What are you doing with the love that is still coming to you, or that you can do, that you deserve? It's a So to me, it looks like a big question here. Over here, what's the challenge? Okay, I think we're really getting into self-worth issues, Shannon Mac. This is the beautiful, beautiful Empress here, but it's in a very challenging position. And so when I see this here, I'm feeling it's just like deep down, there is some issue to do with worth, self-worth, money, or how does that translate into money, or even a sense of worthiness, beauty, fertility, material abundance, worldly abundance. Like you might be, you might, it's almost, no, I hope I don't hurt your feelings, but it's almost like a distorted self-image. Like you might be really one of those people who's very hard on yourself. Like, I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not rich enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough qualifications. I don't have the right partner, boyfriend, husband, dating thing, or whatever it is, because I'm not all of this. I don't have it. So I'm not this, so I don't have it. And that's a real serious problem from my perspective. So how do we deal with that? Okay, I'm not going to tell you, go out and find yourself, a nice Knight of Wands, okay? Well, this is a Page of Wands. This is a page. My feeling is here, like, these are, all big cards here. The whole reading is really strong, okay, Shannon? My feeling is that the way to handle this, I hope I haven't hurt your feelings or touched any very awkward nerves here. It happens quite frequently on the show. I don't mean to, but a lot of times with this channel, it's all about, you've got to reveal it to heal it. So we often do things that seem to expose awkward things or tender nerve issues, okay? So my feeling is, if any of what I said here, it resonates with you and it's uncomfortable or awkward, the way to handle it would be to, like, I would say, like get real. Like with the Page of Wands, it's okay. It'd be like an admission that, you know what, I don't know everything. I don't know. A lot of us are prone to comparisons when we're always comparing ourselves to others for whatever it is: beauty, money, looks, family, our DNA, our race, gender, religion, whatever it might be. And then coming down to it, it might be easier to go forward, just basically taking the whole energy down and just basically saying, I really don't know the answers right now. I don't really know which way to go or how to do it or how to figure out, let's say, it's almost like, I want to go back to this one. It's almost like I don't really know how to activate or tune into this opportune energy here. And I don't know how to deal with these love questions, issues of love. And I don't know how to deal with these issues of my own abundance, worth, and self-worth, and lack of self-worth and lack of abundance. But I do want to fix it. I want an answer. I want to know what to do. I need to know what to do. And I admit that I don't know what to do, but I need to find out. I am committed, passionate, and driven to find out, because it would be so tragic to waste all of this, because this is so abundant here. This is so good. And we're not going to waste it, okay, Shanna? If you need to reach out to others here in the show tonight, if other people, some of the other readers here, there are probably several readers here tonight who would probably be more than happy to give you like a little one card thing. If they have a deck card with them, they might give you some perspective on this, okay? See if they can help. But I think you're going to be fine. It just means admitting that it's time to reach out. It's time to, tap into your courage. It's almost like being to me, it feels like, forget the gender, it feels like being a little girl, and someone like Tarot Lumination or some of the people here are saying, it's okay. You're going to be okay, Shana Mac. Just go forward anyway. You're awesome. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Grab the opportunities. You're gorgeous. You've got the love. You deserve it. Just go for it, okay? So I hope that helps, Shana Mac. All right? All right, let's leave it at that. Thank you so much, Shannon. Let's see who's up next, people. Inkpot. Inkpot. All right. Let's have a look. Who's up here? Inkpot. All right. I hope you guys are figuring things out. If you can do like the group support things, there's so many readings we have to do here. I can only cover so much in the readings. We have to press on. But if someone needs to reach out, if some of the people who are getting reading, if you're wigging out or freaked out by some of the things that came out in the readings, don't be shy about reaching out, okay? You'll be fine. All right. Maybe it's time for a break. Right, maybe it's time for a little break. How about that? Cards are cut. Let's do that. Give me a second. I need a little bit of a break because I'm already starting to crash. I'm going to play a little pop song here. This little song is called Circle of Love. Okay? So everybody get up and dance. It's just a little hoppity skip. I got this message from angels above. Come together in a circle of love. Yeah. Put down your weapons and unload your guns. Come together in a circle of love. Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la. Going deaf from explosion. Screaming babies everywhere. Their blood is flowing to the ocean. Our hearts are numb from trying to care. Trying to care. I got this message from angels above. Come together in a circle of love. Put down your weapons and unload your guns. Come together in a circle of love. Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la. Soon, when the smoke and dust has lifted and all the rubble has been cleared. Oh, I didn't see you. Bodies will be sifted. Their ghosts will walk around for years. Years and years. I got this message from angels above. Come together in a circle of love. Put down your weapons and unload your guns. Come together in a circle of love, yeah. La 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 la. I got this message from angels above. Come together in a circle of love. Put down your weapons and unload your guns. Come together in a circle of love. Yeah. Da 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 da. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. All right, there we go. A little ditty. Just a little pop song. All right, here we go. Now, oh, good. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Rika. I think I just put your name on there. I didn't work it out earlier. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused about the readings now. 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Did I get this right? Something like that. Anyway, we're reading for Inkpot right now, okay? Cards are cut. After this, actually, excuse me, I need another tiny break. This is just going to be a very, very short one. I'm going to go to my kitchen and get a certain specific beverage. I feel the need for it, and it's kind of like a, it's for medicinal purposes. I hope you understand. So give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Stay there, Inkpot. I'll be right back, okay? All right. Our Lumination is back, and we're going to have a little sip of inspirational fluid, okay? Okay. It looks like Coca-Cola. This looks like it's basically very highly concentrated Coca-Cola, all right? There you go. I think Lena knows what we're talking about. Good evening, Lena. If you've already gone to bed, it's okay, I understand. Lena is over in Buenos Aires. Oh, there's Lena right now. Cheers, Lena. This is for you. I'm toasting you tonight, Lena, on your birthday, which is, I think, tomorrow. So anyway, by the way, for all the birthday people here tonight that I missed, I'm sorry. There's no way I'm going to get to everybody. You know what to do. If you really need special attention, you go to terralumination.com and you write in and we'll arrange something privately, okay? But for now, we need to get on with the show. Lena, I toast you. All right. Inkpot, this is for you. Now, Inkpot, as far as I recall, you're in Norway. Oh, hold on. Déjeuner. I got you, Déjeuneria. Harlan. Good evening and welcome. If this is the first time for you, it's just a little tarot show. We'll just do impromptu, fun, intuitive tarot readings for people. And it's just a lot of fun, basically. And you can also watch the action replay on the channel later if you really want to. All right, so here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like for you, Inkpot? Okay. Wow. So we have the 9 of Pentacles here. My feeling is that this feels very sweet to me right now. To me, it feels like it would be okay for you to just, if you can do it, I don't know what time it is for you right now, or what the weather is like, but if you can, it might be an idea to just walk outside and have a look at the full moon. It's just beautiful right now over here at Terra Lumination. So be aware of that, aware of the abundance and your place in the world. Understand, like, you are your own complete, unique being, and that's what you're supposed to be. And as opposed to anything or anyone that is not that. So it's very, very easy. Like, my feeling is that with this, hold on, I'm just going to go back to it. With this full moon here tonight, I think there's some very, very deep, profound, subtle energies over here with the Pisces energy going along, where we are getting a glimpse into the very, very most sensitive, mystical parts of ourselves that are secretive and just barely understandable, and realizing how amazing we are as creatures. It's just mind-boggling, what we're made of, all our organs and senses, our physicality, and then we crush that all down into what we call a human being, and it has a physical body, and yours is completely and utterly unique and splendid in its own way. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be completely you and nothing else and no one else. And it's almost like anything and anyone else that undermines that or dissolves that or detracts from your sense of value and worth and sense of identity, it needs to be known, it needs to be understood, and then not say put in its place, but understood, so that you are not being dissolved by this energy. Okay, don't worry, you're very supportive in this. All I'm suggesting is that very important to understand your own self-worth here and own it. No apologies, just it's almost like grab anything and everything that is you, that is yours, that identifies you as you, and the refining and making it the best of it, and just be that. No apologies. Like, you don't have to answer to anyone with this. Boyfriends, girlfriends, children's, jobs, anything. It's just all about you, and it's sweet. What's the situation? Ace of Wands. Okay, well, wow, this is almost like the energy of like going for it. So you might be I don't know, in a situation or place right now where you are going to go for it, and it's like, I really want this. I really, really want to be my own person. I really want my own sense of independence and abundance, and I'm going to go for it. And I have the opportunity right now. Maybe it's staring right at you. Maybe it's circumstantial. Maybe it's to do with people or jobs or ambitions, especially ambitions and goals and desires and creativity and sense of mission and purpose, like getting tapped in and tuned in and turned on for doing all of that and being all that. And the chances right now, it's just, like on those movies, when they get to those pivotal moments and they show the full moon, whoa, it's right there. This is the moment right now to freaking go for it, where it's all lit up, where you understand and you see very, very clear and very clearly, like a break in the clouds, all the beauty and splendor that is you and that is yours, and for which you do not have to apologize. It's up to you. It's now your chance to go for it and grab it and accept it, because this too shall change. This is very fleeting energy, and the clouds could cover up the opportunity any moment. And in a day or two from now, this energy will be gone. What's the challenge with all of this? Okay, well, with the Three of Swords here, you might feel as though you have betrayed or have been betrayed, or you are being undermined in such ways that none of this opportunity is possible. And some of this might be in your mind, okay? With the Three of Swords here, it's a swords card, remember? Okay, it's not a cups card. There's a big, huge, scary red heart here. And sure, this guy, this person here is seriously stressed out. But my feeling is that this is very much to do with the Pisces full moon, where the challenge is, like, it's almost accepting how you might be a very, very classic example of deeply, deeply effective self-sabotage, almost to the point of self-sacrifice and martyrdom, like how you might sacrifice your own independence and integrity and wealth and stability in order to accommodate someone else out of compassion. Like if you're a compassion junkie, that's like one of the hardest things to cure, because you're always giving away, giving, loving, and then not receiving. And then you realize, oh my God, the reason things aren't working is because I don't feel like I'm ready, willing, and able to receive the love that I deserve. And then you realize I've betrayed myself. I am the cause of my own self-doing. It's classic self-sabotage. And it's like, it's an oh no moment. I need to understand that. But this is not the end of the world. My feeling is that, you know how we can self-sabotage to the point where if we're brokenhearted and it would be so easy to blame someone else, and then having to realize that we are the cause of our own undoing. That's such a hard pill to swallow. It's awful. But if this needs to be known, if this is what's coming up in the reading, then we need to state it openly and clearly with no apologies. How do we deal with this? Okay. So if something has got to the point where it's damaged and broken beyond repair, okay, where any kind of betrayal, if it's you betraying yourself, or if you've been betrayed, or both parties or people are betraying each other and undermining or interfering with your ability to stand firm in your own independence, your own world, effectively and safely, like the very, very worst thing you could do is pretend this isn't happening. I feel the very best thing you can do is to take full advantage of this full moon energy right now in this little tiny tarot illumination reading, and admit that if there's any kind of pain, sorrow, trauma, suffering, grief, and allow it to flow. And that would be the opportunity to allow that to happen, to make it, to deliberately tap into the flow. It sounds very, very, counterintuitive, but tap into the flow of grief and sorrow and let it flow. See it as an opportunity of self-healing and stark awareness of how you have been betrayed and how others have betrayed you. And either way you look at it, the betrayal is yours. You own it. You're sitting on it. You still end up as the one owning the pain in the end. And the only way you can heal that, is to reveal it, to heal it. And the first step is to admit the pain, admit the sorrow, admit the trauma, admit the suffering, admit the grief and the sorrow and the losses. And that allows the love energy to flow again, because it will flow again once you kind of allow it to flow. And then there's little Two of Cups here waiting for you later. So don't worry, okay? I tried to read this for you in a very kind of broad spiritual perspective, but I'm hoping that you're going to translate this down into something very, very specific in your world, okay? I'm just going to show that here for reference, all right? There you go, all right? So thank you so much, Ingpat. Hope that worked for you. And if not, if it sounded totally berserk, but it makes complete sense to someone else, it could be one of those crazy nights where the reading wanted to go to somebody else, because that happens on this show. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Ingpat. Thank you so much. Thanks for the purple hearts. Thank you for the purple hearts. Okay, we're going to keep going now. Queen of Water, you're going to get a quickie here. Okay, I'm going to do a little quickie because I think you put 111 in there, and we have so many readings tonight, so I'm going to I feel like I'm having to ration my energy here tonight because we have so many readings to do, and we've had a lot of donations. So I'm going to do the best I can to honor the donations and honor the readings and make the show as fun and entertaining and uplifting for you guys as possible, because there's a lot of love when we do that. It's just our way of getting the love to flow. Like, the worst thing we could do is like turn off the faucet. We obviously need to rest and recuperate, love ourselves first, so that we can come back and do it again. I'm just trying to set an example. I'm just trying to live by example, okay? So I'm loving myself here, Queen of Water, by saying I can't handle it right now to give a full 4-card reading there for you. But what we can do is I'm going to pull 2 little cards, okay? For you, Queen of Water, because you gave a mini donation, but I understand the gesture because you want this to happen. So we're going to do this. First of all, if it's to do with love and relationship, no matter how hitched up or not hitched up you are, whether you're in a 10-year marriage or you're just dating or whatever it is, we're going to give you a little love card reading, okay? This is just like a little, checkup, okay? This is the good old Romance Angels deck, okay? I know it's kind of like cheesy and romantic and like a romance novel stuff, but it's actually a really good deck with very, very good cards and good interpretations. And it's one of the few Oracle decks that I actually keep because I love it. I've gone through a lot of Oracle decks and cards, and honestly, I can't handle it all. I mean, I love the decks like you guys. I like some of the artwork. Like, I've been gifted a very beautiful deck called the Klimt deck. It's absolutely beautiful. Each card is a masterpiece, but it's very hard for me to read. So I don't know if I'll ever do it live on a show, but perhaps in a private reading, we can use that deck. It'll be a small, slow read. It'll be a slow reading, though, because I would have to learn as we go. All right, Queen of Water. I'm going to pull 1 card, and then we're going to read from the book, okay? Here we go. I hope you're ready. You're going to get the top card. Hold on, I just saw a new name. Tyler Cody? Tyler Caudle. Wait a minute, didn't I get you already, Tyler? I got a Tyler already. Wait a minute. Now, who's here? I want to see. I'm trying to see who's here. There's 2 Tylers here tonight. Freaky, man. Freaky, freaky, freaky. Okay, got you, Tyler. So there's 2 Tylers. Tyler, meet Tyler. Thank you so much. And let's get on with the show. So your card. Sorry. Okay, Queen of Water, your card here. Lovey-dovey romance stuff. Your card is, this is your card. It says here, separation. Okay, don't be scared. It's just a little card on a little tarot show. It says here, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay, let's read from the book. It says here, okay, all right, Queen of Water. Here it says, the romance angels are helping you during this period of separation from your partner. This card comes to you as an indication of angelic support as you spend time away from each other. While you're apart, the angels can help you fill your hours with healthy activities which will help your present or future relationship conditions. This card may also indicate a temporary period of aloneness, such as while your partner is traveling for business, or a time in your life when you're single and preparing for your next relationship. It can also mean a marital separation or a divorce. Please call upon your angels for support and guidance during these transitions. This is not the end of the world, it's a phase, okay? Your angels can help you discover the deep healing to be mined as you spend time alone, which prepares you for the next part of your relationship's journey. Okay? So please make the best of that, all right? Queen of Water. Next, I want to tap into this card here. This is the healing power of surrender, okay? So there's no books with this. We're just going to wing it, all right? I'm going to pull your card for you. And it's going to be fun. It's going to make sense. I love the way you guys do backup with each other. It's fantastic. Like you watch the reading and then you reinterpret and then you help the client get better perspective. It's so freaking cool. Takes the pressure off tarot illumination a bit too. All right, Queen of Water. This is your card. Surrender to divine timing, okay? So with this card here, separation, there was a strong issue of timing in there as well. Because separations happen, they are cyclical things, they are time-based events. Like we're in relationship, we're out of relationship. We intimate, we separate. We intimate, we separate, we intimate, we separate. So let's allow for that. It says here, surrender to divine timing. I'll read it for you directly from the page. It says, sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal is not manifesting so-called fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Okay? This is really hard to do. I'm sorry, Queen of Water, you probably know this already. Divine timing is one of the hardest lessons to understand and learn. It requires so much humility, so much trust, so much, let's say, surrender that you often feel like, well, if I surrender, I must be a loser. Okay? But it's not. It's accepting that there are these amazing energies and forces out there that are bigger than you and your ego. And then so long as you don't take it personally, and you can tap into that energy and then go with the flow. That's how like amazingly gifted, incredibly successful people operate. They completely surrender to divine timing and tap into deep, deep trust. Like that guy, the boss of Amazon, Jeff Bezos or whatever, when he started 15 years ago, everybody thought he was insane, but he knew and he trusted and he knew and trusted, and he took it on the nose. He took it in the face for so many years, and eventually he was proven right. And now he's like one of the wealthiest people on this earth, on the whole freaking planet. And a lot of his success is due to divine timing, and not because he was manipulating it, but because he surrendered to divine timing. So it could be a really important card for you, okay, Queen of Water, to surrender to divine timing. All right, so that was your little mini reading. I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form, okay? Thank you so much. I'm going to put these away for now, see what happens. We might come back later. We'll see what happens. Right now, we're going to go back to the decks. Okay, over here. Who do we have? Sarah McCauley. Dear Sarah McCauley, I know it's very, very late at night. Are you still here? Oh, I see you. I see your name on the screen. Hold on. All right, Sarah, you're up next, all right? And this was gifted to you. It looks, from what I can tell here, that Primary Feathers gifted this to you, all right? So thank you for your patience. If you're still here, Sarah McCauley, this one is for you. All right. All right, I'm going back onto my concentrated Coca-Cola syrup here. Lena, thank you so much. I think for you guys on the East Coast or in Europe, of course, it's crazy time, but it's probably early morning or dawn or something. But if you're on the East Coast of the United States right now, I know it's getting very late, and some of you are going to be dropping off and curling up, going to bed, because you've got to start the work week tomorrow. So I want to thank you now before I forget, because I know it's around this time where people start dropping out of the show because they have to, okay? I understand. Don't worry about it. Still haven't figured out a way to do this show in multiple time zones at the same time. I don't think it's humanly possible. All right, Sarah, your cards are shuffled. Well done. And please invite your invisible friends, all right? And let's put a big thank you to Primary. Thank you, Primary. We're going to read now, see what happens. I'm going to use the same spread we've been using because it works, all right? Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. Now let's have a look at the weather. Sarah, well, I'm asking you please to surround yourself with angels. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but I was just feeling it right now that it's like it's not part of your world at the moment. And I think it would be really handy to know that you're always surrounded by angels, okay? And what they love, it's just like human beings. They're there for you, but they like to be invited. They're not going to interfere or butt in or try and tell you what to do or how to do it. It's very much a partnership. They work with you, okay, and with you, and almost like they work for you, okay. So I'm just getting a strong feeling about that for you, Sarah. All right, here we go. So the weather is, so with the Hermit card here, my feeling is that this really affirms what I was just feeling about you, Sarah, in the reading, is that if you feel like by looking at the world around you and you feel like starkly alone, very, very singular, like there's Sarah Macaulay and there's the rest of the world. It's Sarah Macaulay and 7.5 billion other people. And then realizing, oh my God, I'm alone. I'm so shockingly alone. Even if you're deep in relationship, you can still feel the energy of isolation and solitude and singularity. There's nothing good about that. It just can be very uncomfortable if you don't know what it is, or if you're not aware of it, or if you haven't allowed for it to happen in your life. And so my feeling, Sarah, is that it's time to be aware that you're not alone, okay? The energy of solitude that you might be feeling, it's almost, to me, it's a wake up. It's almost like saying it's time to wake up and realize that you are alone. You are a single solitary entity. And ultimately, that's all you are or ever will be. However, that doesn't mean that you're alone or lonely, because everyone is like this, and it's time to realize that, and that you can radically improve your experience of life, your life experience, when you engage and relate with like your angels, the spirit, the world around you, especially like people here at Terra Lumination Love Tribe. There's a lot of the Love Tribers are very deeply connected with spirit anyway. That's just how they are. What's the situation? Okay, with the Seven of Swords here, my feeling is that you might have been getting screwed over, gypped, ripped off, or undermined in some way, or maybe, no offense, maybe you have been behaving or acting in ways that are below you or very compromising, or maybe you've been deeply compromised by other people's behavior, or maybe you've been surviving by and felt like you had to survive, and the only way you could survive was by being, let's say, relatively stealthy in your behavior and actions in order to just get along, and like what else am I supposed to do kind of thing. And none of us really like to do that or be that, either to be that way or to be on the receiving end of that. Like if like you're in a situation where things are very, very tricky, you're not sure how to interpret other people's energies, and other people are not sure how to interpret your energies. Just think of it as black ice, okay? But my feeling with the situation is not to take it too personally. And then it's like, just like understanding and realizing that like you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable to deception, to misinterpretation, to deceit, to compromise, okay? And that's awkward. Let's have a look. What's the challenge here? Okay, well, with the Queen of Swords, more swords here in an energy of solitude and understanding. My feeling is with the Queen of Swords, it's in a challenging position. So if you, let's say, if you are being undermined, or you have been undermined, or you have been dumped, or you have dumped someone, or you need to dump someone, or someone needs to dump you, and like using the healing power of no in order to protect and defend yourself, and you're not doing it, and in so doing, you are making things worse and worse and worse for yourself by not, like, let's say, it's almost like the Queen of Swords does not apologize for her ruthless demand for the truth and honesty, but it's in a challenged position here. So my feeling is that if you are tolerating dishonesty and deception, that's a problem. All you're doing is undermining yourself and making it worse. And the challenge is to say stop. The challenge would be to put up boundaries and say enough is enough. And that's a problem because a lot of people don't want to do that. Sometimes people would rather be enmeshed and twined and related and involved in situations so that they don't have to feel the energy of solitude. It's almost like I would rather be in a sucky marriage rather than being alone. And that's a problem because it's a very difficult formula to solve. And to be, it's almost impossible to be happy in a situation like that. How do you deal with this? Okay, well, we've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So my feeling is that it's time to be really honest. Okay? It's almost like drop any and all pretenses and get back down to earth. My feeling is that the Knight of Pentacles here is resonating very, very strongly with this huge, fat earth trine. It's very, very solid, safe, protective energy. And my feeling here is that for you, Sarah, if you're in a situation where there are things that need to be told, things that need to be said, where if you have to, and you need to use the healing power of no, set up boundaries and say enough is enough. If you need to separate yourself, and then do not fear the feeling of separation. And so instead, understanding that it's time to bring all your resources, all your gifts, all your talents to you right now, rather than being like a martyr or a victim at the expense of, not at the expense, but due to deception or due to compromising behavior. It's almost at the point where it doesn't matter whether who is the source or the cause of the problem. It's much more to do with, well, what are we going to do now? Okay, let's focus on solutions here. It feels like the solution is to take a very simple, practical look at things. What would work right now for you to be happy? What do you need right now for you? And deliberately pull away from anything and everything that is not working. You know, if you have to, block someone's number, shut down the phone, don't answer the emails, block the emails, separate oneself, deliberately create isolation, be prepared to basically face the energy of oneself and do it with honesty and dedication and knowing that it's the most loving thing that you can do. To me, the pentacles here represent evidence of love, not the concept of love, but the actual evidence, physical evidence of you walking away from any forms of conflict and situations that are not working for you, and dedicating all your time, energy, money, strength, talents, gifts to you. Okay? That's what it looks like here. If you need to reinterpret, you can do that. If some of the other readers have different views, please check in. But that's all I have for you right now. I hope that helps you in some way, Sarah. Okay? Thank you so much for coming. We're going to move on, people. We're going to move on. We're moving on. Cards are shuffled. Okay, Sarah? And thank you, Primary. Thank you so, so much. It was awesome. Sarah Villanueva, you're up. Sarah Villanueva, let's have a look. All right, here we go. Let's have a look. Stay there. Just bear with me a second. Bear with me. Got to check something. I got to check some stuff here, folks. Let's have a look. All right. All right. Give me a second here. I need a break. I need a little mini break, so I'm going to do something fun for you guys. Just another little Tarot Illumination tune here. This is for all the birthday people tonight, okay? Because there seems to be a lot of birthday energy locally. So this is a little birthday song. I wrote it for my sweetheart. Okay, now rolling. So, this is a birthday present from my sweetheart. Okay, here we go. There we go, here we go. Called Wonder Ride. It's called Wonder Ride. Like being at an amusement park. Wonderful. It's a waltz. This is my birthday present to you. To celebrate the day. Before we get into it, I want to tell you, this is a waltz, and it's late in the evening. So I was going to suggest everybody grab a partner and do a slow dance. Just wiggling around like a pretend old-fashioned waltz, even if you don't know how to do it, okay? Grab somebody, just dance. This is my birthday present to you. To celebrate the day that heaven made you. Mark the day that we both found one another. The day we set out on our transformation ride with each other at each other's side, it soon became evident that we are both changing. And it's such a wonderful ride, my dear. Yes, it's such a wonderful ride. Hold on tight, hold on tight, tightly, my dear. journey it starts to unfold in a multi-dimensional world of untold delights that truly defy the imagination. You naturally taking it upon yourself to document all of the nuances that go to make up a story of extraordinary proportions. And it's all, whoa, such a wonder, my dear. Yes, it's all, oh, such a wonder ride. Hold on tight, tightly, my dear. It's oh, such a wonder ride, my dear. Yes, it's oh, such a wonder ride. Hold on tight, tightly, my dear. So there you go. All right. Oh, it looks like it's going to start again. Hold on. So, this is a... All right. So there we go. That was a song that I wrote for my sweetheart. Okay. It was a birthday song. And we seem to have a lot of Virgo and Pisces energy here tonight and birthday energy. And I felt it was appropriate. I know when you're listening to this channel and I play the songs, I have like a sound system over there and it goes up through the cameras and the microphones and everything. And it's really crappy sound. I know that. I don't know how to get around that. I know it can happen. I know there's ways to put really good quality sound in the background. And we'll talk about that another time. Right now, Terra Illumination as it stands is still a very tiny channel. And we do what we can with what we have. And I know you guys love the channel because you're like really good, solid, steady people. They're like really, 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 you're the guys who are holding it together, seriously. But we're going to have to do some serious upgrades soon. And it's probably going to be a choppy experience because Terra Illumination is having to do a lot of learning on the side. And it's going to be to do with sponsorship, okay? I'm doing some surveys and tests with some of the hardcore love tribers to get feedback about what to do and how to do it. And it sounds so easy. It's so easy. Oh, just get sponsors. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. You're going to start to see things on the channel soon about sponsoring Terra Illumination, okay? Sponsoring is different from subscribing. It's different from super chat. It's different from donations. Okay, it's all different. Sponsorship is very, very specific. Google and YouTube actually just started a few weeks ago the opportunity for sponsorship. Like we could actually do it through the channel directly. But we would have to have 100,000 subscribers, and we are not even close to that. You know, I know a couple of people who have 100,000 subscribers, and they do very well. They're actually, this is their career. Their whole freaking career is their channel. And one of them is an astrologer. Actually, both of them are astrologers. And one of them, anyway, that's another story. Let's focus on you, okay? We're very lucky here. We're very, very lucky people. We're very, very wealthy people. We're very, very happy people. We're very, very blessed people. All right. Okay. The moon is here, Sarah Villanueva. So I think this is very much to do with the full moon tonight. It's like a whoa, no, just like in the movies, like in an old black and white movie, you know, when they do that shot with the moon on the screen. So my feeling here with the moon card is to basically, like, to me, it feels like to revel in the glory and the splendor and the beauty of this full moon. Okay? It's like, you know, in ancient times, full moons were very, very important events. In fact, a lot of very primitive early astrology was based around the lunar cycle as opposed to the solar cycle. Everybody did everything according to the lunar cycles because they're very predictable. It affects women and the menses. It affects the ocean tides. It affects the crops and planting. It's an incredibly important cycle in our lives. It's very precise. There are exactly 13 lunar cycles in one calendar year, give or take a few hours or something. It's just that there's this weird thing. The number 13 freaks people out. I don't know why. I love the number 13 personally. And it looks much more organized when you have 12 slices in the chart. And so the more that the astrologers, you know, became more and more academic, they decided they're going to move away from the lunar perspective and do everything from the solar perspective and make the lunar cycles secondary. From the perspective of Terra Lumination, the lunar cycles are at least as important as the solar cycles. So for you, Sarah, I think it's really important to be very aware of like these cycles in life and start watching the lunar cycles very, very carefully. Like check your calendar. If you have to, you know, get an astrology calendar or an ephemeris, or get one of those online apps or like smartphone apps or something and start tracking the lunar cycles very closely and seeing how you feel and how your life works as you go through the ebb and the flow, the new moon, the full moon, new moon, the full moon, new moon, and the full moon throughout the year. Look at it throughout the whole year and see how you feel about that, literally, because the moon affects your like subconscious and your feelings. And all I'm suggesting here is be aware of it. Be aware of the huge power of the lunar cycle, okay? It literally moves trillions of gallons of water every day, up and down, up and down. And it affects our body too in the same way. What's the situation? Okay, well, with the Three of Pentacles here, let's get back down to earth. Sorry, Terra Lumination got a bit carried away there. My feeling here is that, it's like, to me, it feels like wondering what I'm going to do with myself. Like, I have certain skills and talents. I know I am worthy. I know I am deserving. I know I'm open to receive. I know I'm ready. I know I'm willing. I know I'm able to receive. But there's an awful lot that I don't yet know about what to do and how to do it. And the only way I can ever figure that out is by hanging out with people who already know, like people who know the master plans, like the architects of the universe, the bosses and the coordinators and the managers and stuff. And so my feeling is that right now, it's all about you hanging out with people that are really good for you and people who think that you're really good for them. In whatever it is, like work, school, college, relationships, career management, your figuring out what to do with your talents and gifts and resources, but tapping into it in a very, very deep sort of self-conscious way. Like, what is your deepest intuition telling you? Who do you really want to be? Who are you really on the deep inside? How have you been, let's say, How have you been giving away all your power and your energy? How have you been undoing yourself, thinking you're just being the perfect person, and then realizing, oh my gosh, I am the cause of my own self undoing. I need to get in tune with what's working for me. I need to get in tune with what's working for me and do it diligently, professionally, responsibly, thoroughly, with a very long-term approach on the understanding that I need help. And I can provide help too. In other words, it's okay, like, to share your resources. Like, if you can find ways to help people with your skills and talents, and then associate with people who can help you to grow and refine and develop your talents and skills and get done what you need to get done in this world. So what's the challenge with this? Well, Queen of Wands, my feeling here is deep, deep, deep self-doubt. Okay? That's a serious problem. Okay? So it almost feels like you might be spooked or scared of your own intuition, of your own talents, your own gifts, your own energy, your own awareness. Like, you know, have you ever heard of that? I learned something recently called the tall poppy syndrome. The tall poppy syndrome, okay? So if you can imagine a field of poppies, okay? And it's just spectacularly beautiful and it's all in bloom. And then there's one poppy that is taller, just, you know, just a few inches, like 6 inches taller than all the other poppies. Okay? And that's a problem. Like when you take that back into like human, like in a human environment, they call it the tall poppy syndrome. It's because what happens is all the other poppies say, who do you think you are? What do you think you're doing trying to outshine us or take more light than we're taking? We're all in this together. We're growing at the same pace. Who do you think you are, thinking that you can be better than us, outshining us, okay? Think of those videos at Terra Lumination about the Leo North Node, where it is our journey still right now to be our best, most awesome, shiny selves. So with the Queen of Wands here, my feeling is that the challenge is like answering to the tall poppy syndrome when everybody is like saying, well, you're not really that awesome. Like, who do you think you are? Thinking you're better than us, thinking that you can just go off and be who you want and do what you want and develop your own skills and talents and hang out with cool people on your wavelength and leave us behind. That's not cool. We're not going to let that happen. And that's a serious problem. The Queen of Wands here is, to me, it feels like the energy of self-doubt, where you become a victim of tall poppy syndrome and you end up dimming your light, dimming your awesome inspirational energy here, and diminishing yourself in order to accommodate everyone else and everything else that doesn't want you to shine. And the reason that they don't want you to shine is because it means that they would have to work harder and become more spiritually evolved than where they are now to get up to where you are. And they just don't want to do it. That's spiritual laziness. And that's, you know, so the challenge here, it looks to me like the challenge here is that you might be under a lot of pressure to dumb yourself down to accommodate others. How do you deal with that? Okay, there's more queens here. There's a lot of girl power energy here. Like, it's time, Sarah, to stop apologizing for your own ability to receive and transmit love, and stop apologizing for being a tall poppy. If you have all the hallmarks and characteristics of this regal kind of energy, this regal kind of person, where you do have a natural regal like demeanor, and you are deliberately dumbing yourself down, stuffing your own light, stuffing your own love, and shoving it away, in order to just get along with your peers, that's a serious problem. So the way to handle it here, the way the Queen of Cups is talking to me, is to say, you know what? It's okay. I am loving and I am loved, and I am okay to be loving and be loved. And if you guys can't handle it, that's your problem. I'm going to go ahead and be my own loving, regal, majestic self anyway. And excuse me, this is my path. Thank you very much. It's like, it's almost like an extremely balanced energies of like deep self-doubt, deep lack of self-respect, self-worth, and confidence, and wondering whether you're worth it or deserving. And then having to counter that with exactly the opposite energy. Okay? Now, it might take a little bit of a shove to do that. It might take tarot illumination to like push you over the edge and saying that this is how you need to be. It's okay to not know everything, but the important thing is to be your own most loving self and radiate that shamelessly. And do not apologize for that. Okay? Thank you, Sarah. I hope that helps you. All right. Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to shuffle some more. I'm going to have to put another song on because I'm starting to fade, people. I'm really fading out here. Really fading out. It's late. So I know that probably some of you are watching this on your smartphone, in bed, under the covers, nibbling some snacks that are leaving crumbs all over the sheets. Okay? But that's all right. That's all right. It's allowed. Courtney, you're up next. I'm going to put on the blue light song because I just saw something there from Lena. Okay, here we go. Give me a moment. Hold on. This song is another waltz. So it's late in the evening. Hold on, people. We're going to start this again. This is a song about auras, okay? It's a song about witnessing the auras in the other person and how it's very, very real. Okay, I'm going to show you a little picture. Stay there. Don't go away. Stay there. I'm going to show you a little picture that I drew when I was with someone that I know, and I witnessed her aura, and I captured it in a drawing, and it looks like this. I was very lucky to see this because you don't see this every day. It's not like you're walking around taking LSD and mushrooms and super expensive high-grade marijuana, and you're tripping out all the time, and this is normal everyday stuff. It's not like you're in Peru going on your ayahuasca trips and walking into the jungle and getting and hallucinating. I was stone cold, sober, and very calm and quiet when I saw this. And I'm just sharing this with you. This is what an aura looks like. And this particular aura at this moment in time was mostly turquoise, blue, and gold, and silver, and white. And it was very, very bright. And I hope you can see that. It's kind of a crappy image, but there you go. And that's what this song is all about. And it's a slow waltz. So I'm going to invite you at this late hour in the evening to grab a partner, somebody. I know it's a lot of girls here tonight, and but a lot of times girls are okay dancing with girls. I know they do that in nightclubs and, you know, parties and stuff. It's not a big deal. Just grab somebody or you know, somebody can play, you know, do the role reversals, and somebody can play the guy and somebody can play the girl, and then you just kind of do a slow dance together. All right, here we go. I've witnessed the blue lights around you, mixed with gold and turquoise surrounding you, pouring down on you like a shower that you shared with us for an hour. And though sometimes it feels like it's fading, I know you won't let it all disappear. Your love is the essence, burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. We need the light shining eternal, most especially when things get infernal. When things get all battered and shattered, lost in darkness, that's when it matters. And though sometimes it feels like it's fading, I know you won't let it all disappear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Your love is the essence, it burns incandescent. Your love is a lighthouse, my dear. Well, though that was just really fuzzy-wuzzy romantic, I was tripping out there completely. A couple of minutes right there, I was completely in outer space. And it's like, you know, when I listen to the song, it's just like, who was that? I wrote it, I sang it, I played it and everything, but I keep thinking, where on earth did that come from? And so there you go. And I just felt all fuzzy and romantic. And I was thinking of my sweetheart and the good things in life, like you do when you have a slow dance. I mean, who does that anymore? Who does that? I mean, like, I have some crazy neighbors. I have to tell you, people, I got some crazy freaking neighbors, and it's a bunch of college kids, and they are out of freaking control, like a bunch of hyenas and jackals. And they've calmed down a lot because I've called the police a few times, but still, they don't know what it's like to be all fuzzy wuzzy and I don't know, maybe I'm judging or them, or maybe they do know how to get all soft and squishy. But sometimes it's really nice to have those like romantic like moments in time, those dreamlike types of energy and sound and music where your heart and your soul opens up, and you connect with another and another connects with you. But I don't see that a lot. I don't witness that very much lately. It seems much more like everything's very, very fueled by caffeine, and there's everything's very, very twitchy, and nobody has the time to like open the soul, open the heart, and everything is operating as though it's been electrocuted. Crazy stuff. All right, Courtney, you're up. Courtney S., you're up. I don't know if you're still here. Are you still here, Courtney? If you've gone to bed, it's okay, because you can watch this in the action replay. Hey, Ellen. Good evening, Ellen. Hey. It's really late, people. It's really, really late. Ellen's here. Hi, Ellen. Good evening. How are you? Hello, 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 hello. Oh, you're still here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad. It's very, very late. I know, Courtney, it's very, very late. Hi, everybody. Hi, Ellen. It's good to see you out there. Thank you so much. So cards are well shuffled. Courtney, please bring in yours, invisible friends. Okay, I'm serious, really, really serious. Imagine it if you have to. Wave them in, beckon them in, invite them in some way, somehow, and invite them to stay very, very close with you, because they love this stuff. They seriously love this stuff. It's just like they can't get enough of it, and they wish people would do more, but it happens by invitation. There's not much you can do, or not much they can do, except observe and help out in emergencies. But when you bring your invisible friends in on an active daily basis, and that can be there with you, present in the moment, like when you're having a cup of coffee or cooking dinner, or watching a show, or doing some homework, or school, or whatever it is, it's so much better. Okay, cards are shuffled. You're a witness. We're going to cut. And here we go. So I hope all of you are having a super, super ultra late Sunday evening. The week's going to start again soon. It's been a wonderful full moon. And we'll do probably a little recap after we read for Courtney. So hang in, hang in. Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. Here's how we're going to handle it. And so what's the weather like for you, Courtney? Four of Cups. Do I have to repeat myself? Courtney, what is going on? Please, what's going on? It's so easy to slip into this without even knowing you're in it. I don't know if you saw this or heard this from a reading from earlier tonight. I remember this. We were talking about the whole idea of energy flows where attention goes. And we can get so wrapped up into our woes and misery and all our pain and sorrow, and lost, like despondent, and like, what's the point? Everything becomes like futile. You become agnostic. It's like, what's the point in being really happy? What's the point in being really, really sad? The only thing that counts is like, oh, what am I having for dinner? Oh, okay, that was cool. Okay, I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm bored. I'm sick of it. I don't like my lover. I don't like my husband. I don't like my wife. I don't like my kids. I don't have enough money. Life sucks. It's that kind of energy. And the thing is, it's so easy to go that way, and you don't even know you're doing it. And then you end up like deep in a roadside ditch, and you end up getting out of your vehicle of life, your body, your spirit, your car, and you look around like, what happened? And you have to realize you are the driver of your car. Okay? It's like, this is your life, Courtney. This is your life. Attention flows where energy energy flows where attention goes. So like, it's time to like, it's almost like it's time to realize, look ahead, look forward into life, be aware that you're surrounded by love, okay? Bring your angels in, ask them to show you specifically a sign that they are there. Ask for some specific synchronistic, amazing synchrodipity thing to happen so that you know for sure that you are loving and that you are loved. And you just need one signal, just one little thing, okay? Ask your angels now, okay? Do that right now. What's the situation? Okay. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It seems to me like you're truly wallowing in misery here. But it's not just wallowing, it's actual real misery. It looks like with the Nine of Swords, it's like you get to the point where you start believing in all your fear, all your paranoia, all your nightmares, to the point where they take over. It's almost, you become a victim of your own fear. And fear breeds fear. It gets to the point where it turns into paranoia. And then paranoia, it becomes terrifying. Paranoia becomes like schizophrenia. It becomes madness. It becomes insanity. It becomes torture. It gets to the point where the only thing you can do is run outside the front door and run around the block screaming your head off going, what's happening to me? I can't take it anymore. All right. The thing is, it's all in your mind. Okay, a lot of that is in the mind. We live so much of our life through our minds. And, you know, if you think of the human being, hold on, I'm going to make a doodle, a Terralumination doodle. Okay, think of yourself as a cell phone. Okay, all right, Courtney. Very, very simple. Like a human being. There's Courtney. Okay. All right, there you are. There's Courtney. All right, you got that? And you are constantly receiving energy. Whether you know it or like it or not. And you're constantly transmitting energy. Whether you know it or like it or not. So my point is that a lot of this we experience through here. Okay, because a lot of our sensory organs, it's like on a cell phone, there is an antenna inside your cell phone, and that antenna has a tip to it where all the energy is transmitted and received, like being a transceiver. I know it looks like you have a space helmet on, okay? So there you go. This is Courtney. I'll make this one especially for you, Courtney. Okay, there we go. So my feeling here is that with this energy surrounding you and the situation here, okay, my feeling is this is like an oh no moment that has been brought into perspective by the full moon. Oh no, oh my freaking God. And what you're experiencing is all this orange stuff, stress, 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 which is normal, you know, because that's what's happening. This is out there right now. And you're being affected just like anyone else. And because if you think of yourself as an antenna, and all you're focused on is what am I receiving now? What am I receiving now, now, and now? You might not be aware of what are you transmitting, okay? And it's like what comes in is what goes out. And if you're not aware of how all this stuff works, this whole thing can work like in exactly the reverse of how it worked for the healing power of love. Like on Terralumination, what we do is we ask for the healing power of love to fill our lives and worlds and bodies from up above. Here, 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 and here. And we do that by invocation. We do it deliberately to fill us with this. Okay? So we're full of this stuff. Okay? We're full of love. We're full of the healing power of love. And then we own it. And then we can transmit that outwards. Here, here, here. Okay? Very, very cool. It's very simple and it's very cool. And it actually works. It actually works. The thing is that if you're not aware of this, it can work exactly in the opposite. Okay? So you can receive what would be called like random toxic energy, fear, like, oh no, where's my next paycheck? Oh my God, how am I going to sort things out with my lover? Oh my God, what are my family going to think? Oh my God, oh my God, oh no, oh no, oh no. And that swirls around in here. And if you don't own it or control it, and then it gets transmitted outwards here, and then guess what? It'll come straight back to you again. So this turns into a massive amplifier of negative energy. I'm not trying to point fingers at Pisces, but I think this is the revealing of the energy of self-undoing here, and how it's so simple. It's not simple, it's not easy, but the whole idea is to flip this around so that you are not a victim of your own unawareness of how this works, but instead you start to own it and realize, oh my gosh, now I get it. Now I see what you're talking about, Terra Lumination. Energy flows where attention goes, and I'm focusing on all the problems, and I'm generating more problems. Okay? Do you see what I'm talking about, Courtney? Energy flows where attention goes. If you're focusing on, woe is me, what did I do wrong? How did I do wrong? How did I screw up? Oh no, it's worse. It's worse than I ever imagined. And this is what happens. You get the Nine of Swords by default. You don't need that. Do you really want that? No. But that's what's happening. Okay, that's the situation. So what's the challenge? Okay, well, with the High Priestess here, my feeling is to like, this is a really profound moment of awakening. It feels to me that this is how it feels to me, Courtney. I don't know if you feel it, but I feel it very, very strongly here, that this is a profound moment of awakening where it's just like, what the bleep was Terra Lumination just talking about? I should know this. I should have known all this. I'm supposed to know this already. I'm like, I have the profiles and characteristics of the High Priestess. I'm already a highly evolved spiritual being. Why didn't anybody tell me this already? It's so simple. It's so true. It's so obvious. Oh no, that's a problem. And the thing is, Courtney, you might not be aware that you have the capacity, that it's like, God, how am I going to explain this in a way that makes sense? It's like, it's so important to become aware of how energy works, because you're so susceptible with this High Priestess energy, super, super, ultra high frequency psychic energy, being very closely connected to heaven. You are so susceptible to how things work in the divine, but you're also so susceptible to how things fall apart from the point of the divine. And that's a real problem, okay? Because it just spews paranoia and schizophrenia, and fear breeds fear through the rest of your life. And that's not healthy. So how are we going to deal with that? Give up. I don't know what it is you're doing or how you do what you do, Courtney, but it seems to me that you've decided that life works in a certain way, and you've been programmed that way, and you're just doing what you have to do. It's been your cause, your mission, your destiny, your purpose since however long you've known yourself and your life and your world. But it's obviously not working. So it's now time here at this full moon to officially, at this full moon moment, to officially say, I can't take it anymore. This does not work for me. The way my life is working right now does not work for me anymore. I accept it. I admit this. I understand that now. I don't exactly know what to do going forward, but I have to admit that I can't take it anymore. All right. Now, to me, as your reader, that feels like a good thing. You might not like what you heard, Courtney, but to me, that feels like a good thing. It feels like it's like how people pretend that they are unaffected by crap, all the doo doo in life, and they just carry on like they can handle anything. Well, that's ultimately a very, very subtle form of self-destruction, and how you actually are undermining yourself the way we were describing. If you deliberately choose to invite the healing power of love into your life by invocation, then you can grow that and nurture that so it fosters itself, it nurtures itself. But if you're living unconsciously, I mean, here's the sort of tragic thing here. This is such super ultra high frequency energy. Like if you don't learn how to own this, if you don't find out ways to manage this and understand your own psychic nature, your own spiritual capacities and abilities, then you become very vulnerable to the very shadowy negative aspects of what happens when this all flips and turns upside down. You end up, it's so easy to end up becoming a victim. And it's your life, there's no one's doing this to you. And then you have to realize, oh, does that mean so in other words, so what you're telling me, Tarot Illumination, is that because at some level I am highly spiritually evolved, but I don't know it. And now I have to accept it and understand that and mature into this stuff. That's a huge responsibility. That's a lot of work. And then Tarot Illumination says, yes, that's true. But you have to do it for your own survival. Otherwise, you end up in a paranoid, schizophrenic, self-destructive, martyrdom type of lifestyle. And the only way to get out of it is to admit that you can't take it this way anymore. So that might be an issue to do with pride and ego, but it doesn't really matter here at Tarot Illumination. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you've completely screwed up or wasted or messed up the last 8 years of your life. So long as you're here right now and being very, let's say, spiritually aware and allowing the new awareness to unfold, allowing yourself to realize how you can be the source of your own self-undoing, and then figure out practical steps to go forward. And the first step forward is to admit you can't take it anymore, and you're not supposed to take it anymore. It's self-destructive. So you go forward from there, okay? So don't be scared by this card. Don't be scared by this card, all right? You'll be fine, okay, Courtney? If things get really, really tough and really heavy, you can check in with All Sun. You might have gone to bed already, or you can come to tarotillumination.com and follow up, however you want to do it. It's up to you. You can check in with other Tarot Illumination Love Tribe members as well. They're all out there. There's tons of them. That's it, folks. That's it. Kerblam. There you go. There you go. Look, I know there's stuff happening with you, Courtney. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're going through some kind of spiritual awakening or some kind of spiritual major life upgrade thing. But it's inevitable. It has to happen. And that can mean tremendous surrender and giving up. If there's a facade going on, it has to be given up because otherwise you would be perpetuating your own pain and misery unnecessarily. Okay, so there you go. I hope you get something out of it. I'm going to put the cards away, dear lovely viewers and people, and we're going to close out the night, okay? It's been a really fun night. Oh my gosh. Gosh, we've been going a long time, okay? So I'm going to hang out here for a little bit more. I'm going to put on a little tune, and we're going to start to take down the stage. And go for it. I'm going to reset these up here. Okay. And this is going to go up here. And this is how it's going to look for now. All right. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you for everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. It's been a pleasure to read for you. I'm sorry if I messed up or screwed up. I'm sorry if I didn't read for you when I was supposed to. I don't know. I've already lost it. I'm already way beyond my capabilities. So please be forgiving. All right, here we go. So I'm going to play a little song. This is for all the ladies here who were honest. You know, I'm a guy, sure, but I am on your wavelength. I get it. I understand that there's so much shit that, excuse me, I'm not supposed to say that on this channel. Delete, 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 delete. This channel is suitable for all audiences. Kids watch this channel. Okay? So we're going to play Love is the Word, like we did at the beginning. Okay? I hope you don't mind. I need to chill out. Okay? And then we're going to chat a little bit more. Hold on. Love is the word. Open through the day, bring no access and rise. Giving thanks to heaven that I am still alive. Blessing my enemies, blessing those I love. Praying for forgiveness for any damages I've done. Healing vibrations right through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us. Love is the word. Now the day is done, the moon is on the rise. Like trials and tribulations all bottled up inside. I summon the love as I reach up for the skies. I command no fear and shadows be gone before my eyes. Vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. Resonate inside us, love is the word. The healing vibrations rattle through my soul, shaking out the poisons, making me whole, casting out diseases by chanting the word. The sounds of the universe by all will be heard. melting inside us. Love is the word. Love is the word. Yeah, yeah. Love is the word. Yeah, yeah. Love is the word. Yeah, yeah. Love is the word. Well, there we are. Where we are. Yeah, it is kind of a venue. I see what you're saying, Fritterly. It is kind of a venue. I would like to think of it that way. I'm sorry, Courtney, if you're still here. I'm kind of drawing over you. But what I'm trying to do with this doodle here is trying to give a representation of how energy works. Okay? So we can ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies and our lives and our hearts and souls from up above. And then we own that, and then we transmit that outwards. Okay? So that we become transceivers. We are transceivers of the healing power of love by choice, by decision, by invocation. Okay? That's what I'm feeling here. Okay? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful energy. And it all can happen by invocation. Deliberate choice, deliberate invocation. That's a crazy picture, isn't it? Thank you, Courtney. I'm sorry, I got it all messed up. I don't know, maybe Courtney was smart and she went to bed early already. Okay. So I'm gonna good night, everybody. Okay, let's have a look. So I'll put this back here for reference so we can become all like serious, proper. No, I know. Now we're gonna just leave it like this. I'm gonna play another song. Okay, this is our good night song. It's a song. It's called "Love the Word." It's to remind us that thoughts are things. Okay, and that we have to be aware of our thoughts because they turn into words, which can turn into deeds, which can turn into full-on actions, which can generate consequences, which turns into karma. So the question is, do you want good karma or bad karma? Because it all comes out of you anyway. So you might as well figure out, like, what are we doing? How are we going to do this? Be loving, be loved. Okay? It starts from within. It's a choice. It's a decision. Okay? the word. Live the word, by the word. Shake the word, hug the word. Breathe the word, whisper the word. Sign the word, love the word, sing it out, sing the word, chant the word, speak the word, dance the word, say the word, bring the word, heal the word, love the word. Live the word, by the word, shake the word, hug the word, breathe the word, whisper the word, sign the word, love the word, sing it out, sing the word, chant the word, speak the word. Yes, the word, say the word, praise the word, hear the word, love the word, live the word, by the word, shake the word, love the word, bring the word, whisper the word. Sign the word, love the word, sing it out. Praise the word, in the word, love the word, live the word, by the word, show the word, love the word, bring the word, whisper the word, sign the word, love the word, sing it out. Good night, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure. I should press the stop button right now, but I know I'm going to have problems unwinding. And it's been a very beautiful, beautiful evening. Full moon with you guys. Thank you so, so much. And I hope you all sleep well and have a good week and make the best of this energy. And we'll see you again another time. Okay? Bye bye. Bye bye. Nighty night, everybody. Good night. Bye bye. I hate to go. I don't really want to go, but I have to go. I'm so far out of it. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good night.